hello and welcome to Platinum 6. I'm Alex H. 6 Classic. Not too.
So we've got just everyone running to their respective positions. Oh, Fiora coming down to join the rest of Skyfate. Looks like they're going to be pushing in.
It almost just.
Seconds until minions spawn.
Looks
for
like,
the
yeah.
OKLCS. Games based.
Yeah, they're just gonna reset and head back and do everything pretty standard. Beginning of game. Oh. Hello, Internet, and welcome. Alex's mic has been muted for a little bit, so I don't think you managed to
Jack messed
hear
up my
him.
mic.
This is Alex, Agent A2, and I am David Cossack, bringing you a match between Brahms Bodybuilders and Skyfate. Brahms Bodybuilders coming in at an unfortunate 0-5 into the 6th week of the OKLCS Platinum Cap division. Meanwhile, Skyfate is 1-4. Each of these teams look to pick up a win, basically just for bragging rights at this point, since I believe they are knocked out of playoff contention. There we go. Just both of the junglers each taking their respective red buffs, leashed by their Fiora on Junior Siggy on Fiora is going to head back to the top lane. I think last week he had a standout Riven performance against was United as 1. And he is against Showtime on the Pantheon this week. So let's see how he's going to do against his opponent this week. In the bottom lane, we have a Xayah Rakan duo on XY Xevious and Dr. Siggy. Rakan's going to go in for an early engage. They're going to blow the exhaust trying to get away, and Skyfate is going to come out significantly ahead in that trade. Kog'Maw loses about half health early at level 1. Good call by the bot lane of Skyfate. Kog'Maw at level 1 especially doesn't have anything to deal with a Rakan engage. And as everyone knows, Rakan is a pretty strong early support for engaging. They're just going to trade some damage here, and Rakan is going to up a bit with his Q Gleaming Quill. Thank you.
I have no idea what.
Alex is still having microphone troubles, so you're going to hear my beautiful voice for a little while while I talk about things that I probably don't know much about. Now, up in the top lane, Junior Siggy is going to go in for a little bit of trading with BB Showtime, but not going to see any action from him. Oh, wow, here comes the engage. BB Showtime is stunned. Junior Siggy is dealing some damage, but pretty even trade overall, with Showtime coming out with maybe 50 health less. Oh, Legit is coming in for a gank on Junior Siggy. Flashes in, misses the knockup, and gets first blood over to Junior Siggy.
What was that? Oh, my mic is back.
Your mic is back.
Oh,
Nice.
hey, just in time for me to start flaming. Legit ghosts in and uses his devastating charge onto the tower. Junior Siggy basically gifted over a free kill by the first gank of BBB, but Dr. Siggy also going very low.
He is not going to die, however. Speed Machine on the Kog'Maw blowing his flash and heal. He is very, very vulnerable to another gank from Hoenn at this point. Aetherol also blew the Lulu Flash, and they traded that for XYZevious and Dr. Siggy Wiggy's heal and flash respectively, so they're going to come out on the better end of that trade. Dr.
Oh,
Siggy
wow,
Wiggy
that's a
coming
good
in.
knockup.
Hoenn getting the... Oh, that's the kill over
Yeah.
to XYZevious.
Is Dr. Siggy Wiggy's Ignite will come in and secure the kill for XYZevious. Aetheril going down, so that's 2 kills quickly over to Skyfate off of a good gank from Hoenn and somewhat messed one up by Legit in the top lane. Showtime's not really thanking him for that one. He had the advantage in lane. He's still up in CS with his Ignite. But now Junior Siggy Wiggy gifted over free kills. Just going to go on for a dive onto Showtime. Going to get stunned up under tower and ignited, so they will trade 1 for 1. Tower picking up Junior Siggy Wiggy on the back side.
That was Showtime's Ignite there, and that was... I'm not sure who comes out on the better of that, each getting 300
Yeah,
gold.
when they trade those kills over, I think overall that probably goes in favor of Junior Siggy Wiggy. Just because the Fiora is going to be, scaling up and becoming a 1v1 monster. Although Showtime, with a little bit of that gold, picks up the Serrated Dirk, possibly able to make a play elsewhere on the map once he hits that level 6 and has the Grand Skyfall.
And now we're looking at almost level 6 for the solo laners, but bot lane is just getting to level 5, so we're not going to see any ult engages or any sort of interesting ultimate combos from
the light
bot
binding
lane.
lands from Goosey. He does have the final spark, but doesn't think he'll one-shot Shafty from full health. He's going to try and continue to land poke. Shafty using Glacial Storm, but falling behind on CS compared to Goosey.
Yeah, Anivia isn't super great into lane, well, actually, no. Anivia should beat Lux in lane, but Anivia doesn't really do well against most other meta mid laners. Lux is also an off-meta pick, not really...
Yeah, these are more likely than not just comfort picks. Which is fine. Comfort picks is always very good to pick. Flash Frost missing from Shafty, sidestepped by Hoenn. But here comes Legit. He already used up his entire devastating charge, and that means Hoenn able to just Arctic Assault over the wall. Gonna have his armor broken by Shafty, but now Hoenn is gonna come around onto him, and here's 4 members of Sky Fate! Just forces Flash away. Big overstep by Shafty with his jungler backing away, walks into a position where he could very easily get collapsed on. Even without the rest of Sky Fate there, he probably would have either died or had to blow the Flash anyway. So I'm not really sure what Shafty is doing in that situation.
Yeah, you cannot go aggressive like that, especially when the bot lane was just missing. They didn't have any wards in the river, but it's a pretty good assumption that if you're not seeing the dragon notification, then they're coming mid for something.
Yeah. See what's going on. Tear of the Goddess picked up for Shafty. Kind of nice that you can a lot more of these mana items are available for these mid lane mages. Out of mana is Shafty, and so Glacial Storm not really able to get more damage onto Goosey. Couldn't use the Frostbite, which is of course the highest burst ability for Anivia.
Yeah, and looks like Goosey's going to have the real controlling position in that mid lane for now. Going to be able to probably shove Shafty under turret and force him to miss CS, but here we have Junior Siggy Wiggy and Showtime going in.
Yeah, but
Junior
he's
Siggy
going to
Wiggy
use
is
his
going to
ultimate because here's Hoenn coming in, trying to Grand Skyfall out to safety, but Hoenn will stop him in his tracks and just knock him down, give some healing over to Junior Siggy Wiggy.
Hill going over to Junior Siggy Wiggy, putting him at a 2-kill advantage. Even though he's slightly down in CS, he is going to have a lot of pressure on this Pantheon, who doesn't have any sort of defensive stats to deal with this Fiora.
Yeah, it's really hard. Showtime not Showtime, but Pantheon, you would most of the time is a counter to Fiora, but Hoenn has been paying an appropriate amount of attention up to that top lane onto Junior Siggy Wiggy, gets him ahead, and now it's going to be really hard for Showtime to assert dominance in that lane.
And we've got the bot lane, big wave coming in.
He's going to Grand Skyfall behind. That's a good riposte. It interrupts the stun, stuns up Showtime, allows Junior Siggy Wiggy to just back out nicely.
Now, Showtime is back in lane, so that might have been the primary use, but great reaction by Junior Siggy Wiggy to keep him from translating that into anything meaningful. Now we have Hoenn coming into the bot lane. Maybe they're going
Ooh,
to try
there's
for
a good root caller, and they followed up with a recombo. Glacial Prison will keep him in place, and XYZevious gets a free couple autos off Summoner Heal. He will live through the Acathian surprise, and another kill comes over, courtesy of Hoenn's stun.
XYZevious now at 3 kills over Speed Machine's 0, as well as a 25 CS lead, and I think they're going to be able to get the turret off this.
Skyfate doing really nicely. Nice dodge away from the onslaught of shadows. XYZevious does have to burn his flash. But at the end of the day, it is 3 kills to 0. And now, Junior Siggy Wiki going aggressive onto BBB. Showtime. He's going to flash forward for it, but he cannot get the procs. Needs one more to get it. There it will be, the solo kill in the top lane for Junior Siggy Wiggy.
Oh, this Fiora is starting to get very scary.
Very out of hand, you would say.
And now that first turret has gone over to the side of Skyfate, Legit is not going to be able to do anything other than just take his red buff and hope that there's an opportunity. Junior Siggywiki's going to get this turret as well.
Skyfate about to be up 2 towers to 0 and a staggering 5.5k gold lead. Make that just under 6k gold lead at 10 minutes.
Wow.
BBP is floundering.
At least BBB has the Infernal Drake.
Yeah, that is the upside. Legit and the bottom lane of BBB took the opportunity when XYZevious and Dr. Siggy went up and ganked Shafty to take that Infernal Dragon.
I'm not sure that's going to quite be enough to even out this, 5.5, that's 5,000 now, gold lead. One Infernal Drake is pretty good. The best you can ask for in terms of a late game dragon.
And that is, of course, really very good on Shafty's Anivia and Showtime's Pantheon, who really benefit from that bonus AD and AP. The Kog'Maw doesn't benefit nearly as much from it, but they do have a good comp to make use of it. Lulu Kog'Maw is really powerful. Anivia, that's a good light binding. He's got run out of the movement speed here. Gonna run it out now, but Shafty is now in a bad spot. What is he doing here? Dr. Siggy will just recombo him up as 4 members of Skyfate come back into the mid lane. Really poor positioning by Shafty there. Walks through the minion wave trying to support Legit and just sort of ignoring the other members of Skyfate running around ready to just collapse on him. Light binding lands, but the final spark does not. Wild growth onto Legit will keep him alive, and here comes the Grand Skyfall. Legit gonna fall down shortly. Junior Siggy picks it up, gonna get some healing back up, but he will use the stopwatch. Glacial Prison comes through. Hoenn picks up tower aggro as Junior Siggy will finally fall to Speed Machine.
Wow, I thought that was going to go way worse for Junior Siggy than it did. Instead, he manages to get the kill onto the Pantheon and, basically waste time while Braum's Bodybuilders was sitting there and,
waiting
the
stopwatch.
To kill him.
Yeah, really good use of stopwatch there by Junior Siggy. We talk a lot about when to use stopwatch, when to just save it because you're going to die anyway. That was a good use of stopwatch. You see, he still goes down, but he drops tower aggro, so he lives a lot longer, able to pop back up and stall a lot of time for the rest of his team to clean up yet another kill onto BBB. Get a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and that basically shows how absolutely dominant Skyfate is. They're just commanding this game. And you can see that from the kill lead, from the tower lead, from the gold lead, and even the vision scores. Look at that. You see, 4 wards past the river, and
Flash Frost on the Dr. Siggy, but it will be the onslaught of shadows coming over the side after Dr. Siggy throws out the knockup, but the Featherstorm will rip through them. XYZevious crits down Shafty over the wall. Hoenn now just playing zone to keep the rest of BBB away.
Yeah, that would be the point where if I were Shafty, I would sit there and just say, holy crap, that was a lot of Xayah damage I wasn't
wild
expecting.
growth coming through. They got another root, and 2 people get shot down by the final spark. Double kill immediately over to Goosey. What is BBB doing? They stand around a low health tower, get lined up perfectly for the final spark.
They are just being manhandled at this point. This is a 13 and 45 second, 9,000 gold lead. 8,000 gold
8,000 gold.
8,000 gold lead. The Rift Herald is going to go over uncontested, and I'm guessing Skyfate is just going to rotate bot lane and take that Ocean Dragon that just spawned. Oh no, they're going to go back.
They're going to take a recall here. They've got a lot of gold to spend.
Yeah, that's the Aegis of the Legion coming out for Rakan. I wonder if that's going to be going into a Banner of Command. They're certainly in position to use it.
That's definitely the case. Yeah, Banner Command so powerful on this patch, just with the increased buff to Baron. So it's not as it's not like, oh, I have to buy this item when I don't have Baron, but it is really good.
Yeah. Just having that extra little bit of lane pressure. I've been buying it on basically all of my Braum games, just because Braum with a Bannon minion, as the LCS is calling it now, Bannon minion is insanely powerful. You can sit there and use your shield and just watch it. It'll take out an inhibitor turret and I think 8 shots.
Oh, wow! Just to add insult to injury, Dr. Siggy stands there autoing the Rift Scuttler as Legit is now caught. He has no flash, he has Ghost! And he's gonna go down for sure. Wild Growth will stall it out, but the final spark will secure the kill. Goosey on a rampage. Meanwhile, in the backline, Junior Siggy just ripping through the BBB on the other side. A Cathian surprise not gonna matter as he flashes forward, tries to get the kill into Aetheril, and it looks like he will. Double kill over to Junior Siggy. Showtime caught by a light binding over the wall. There's Hoenn and XYZ is just flashing onto Shafty. It's the battle of the birds. The light binding will not land, but the feathers will, and XYZ takes him down. Now, a stun from Hoenn will just take down Showtime very slowly. Stunned up, but he will get caught by the Bola.
5 kills and a dragon for nothing. That's just the
state of the game
I have
right now.
no words. It is an absolute dismantling of Braum's bodybuilders. Starts with the Fiora, turns attention bot lane, gets XYZ ahead, and meanwhile Goosey is picking up kills on these
Machine
Lux.
might have caught walked a little bit too far forward. Hoenn might die to the tower and the Cathian surprise. It will just be the tower. They don't need it. But Sky Fate, they pop the Rift Herald bot. Junior Siggy is a menace. Trinity Force, Tiamat, and another Caulfields, but he's about to get 2v1 by 2 members of BBB. Onslaught of Shadows used, but it doesn't fear of anyone. Flash stunned by Showtime. He's going to go in. Legit going to fall. He gets his passive up, or his ultimate up. He's going to get some healing, but not enough. The Ignite will shut him down.
And there goes the Rift Herald. That is going to signal the end of this phase of pushing. BBB has managed to keep them off of the inhibitor turrets, but not much else. Yeah, Junior Siggy just doing everything that he wants, basically. You know, taking the turret on his own, and using the ult to secure
Final
that.
Spark, make sure I get this blue buff. You never know.
No surprise steals.
It's a low enough cooldown. The Luden's Echo gives you 20% CDR now. He picks up. Is that Oblivion Orb? I think that
yes.
The Oblivion Orb, which doesn't give CDR, but it does give
Magic Pen.
flat Magic Pen.
Yeah, and that's going to be it only builds into the new Morellonomicon, right?
I know it builds into that. I don't know if it builds into anything else. I want to say it does build into something else, but I can't tell you what it is. And Showtime is forced to be building up some defensive stats now on Pantheon, which is not the state that you want to be in as Pantheon. You want to just be stacking all that lethality so you can go in and one-shot a Squishy, but now Showtime is going to have to run away from a Sejuani, and now Goosey going to slow him up with the Lucent Singularity, Light Binding, and Final Spark, who was just off cooldown after taking the blue buff.
This is this is not good. I mean, at this point, really, BBB shouldn't be much further past what was formerly their inner turret.
The only thing they can do is group up around the push, and that's a Glacial Prison at long range. Is going to find him. XYZ throws down the Feather Storm to dodge away from the Glacial Storm. Feathers will rip through Shafty. He has the Zhonya's, but the Final Spark to follow. He'll get egged, and he will go down. XYZ goes dominating.
Well, let me correct myself. They shouldn't really even be in their base at this point. Skyfade is just rampaging around doing what they want when they want.
I mean, I think they could at least defend their base, their inhibitor towers, if they hadn't done that. There's the Recombo on the Speed Machine. He's out of position. Aetheril will go down. With Skyfall coming out just from outside the base. Junior Siggy going deep and onto Legit. He will get him with a double kill over to the Fiora. Cathian surprise not going to be able to secure any kills. And Skyfade are just going to look at the end here.
Not quite. I think they're going to have to back off of Shafty.
Yeah, so they could have just, if they wanted to, they probably could have holed up in their base, use Anivia. Anivia is one of the best wave clear champions in the game. but just not able to put themselves in the right position
Yeah.
on the map. They're outside of their base, getting caught by long-range abilities from Sky Fate.
Yeah, Showtime being caught at the blue buff, and followed by Aetherol getting sniped by Hoenn's Glacial Prison, right?
Yeah.
Glacial Prison. Just really unfortunate for them. Great plays, great calls by Skyfade, but really BBB should not have been where they were.
Sky Fate is operating with a very good level of aggression, and you know, they are still near the bottom of the tables, coming into this match at 1-4. But this is promising if they can play appropriately and get a lead in their future matches. We can expect them to play with the same level of aggression, the same level of decisiveness, and potentially get some more wins, possibly even qualify for playoffs. I think statistically that's still a possibility.
Is it? Oh, okay. I was...
Legit is going to get jumped on by Junior Sigawigi, who gets whimsied up. He's still going
very
for it.
deep.
Aetherol gets cut down. Wild Growth not going to save you. He gets his ultimate off. He's going to get some healing. Speed Machine going to pop the Summoner Heal just out of fear, getting the movement speed here. But there's the Rakambo. Beautiful from Dr. Sigawigi. Jumps over to his son, I can only presume, and then follows in with the Rakambo. Showtime is now going to get caught by the Glacial Prison. Hoenn, laser focus. The final spark comes through. That's the real laser.
Junior Sigawiki going so aggressive, and everything is paying off. There's nothing they can do to stop this Fiora, especially with the healing he gets off of Grand Challenge. With that coming through and no ignites in range on the side of BBB, there wasn't
This
really
is
anything
it's
to
so
stop
early
them.
in the game that death timers aren't that low, but it's not going to matter because
Oh.
Skyfade just walks in, takes down the tower. 21 minutes. They're going to look to end the game. Speed Machine coming out with the Lulu buffs as best he can, but he doesn't have enough damage. No Guinzu's Rage Blade, and Skyfade will slowly just focus down the Nexus. BBB, they don't even have the damage to take him out as they're doing it. Junior Sikiwiki will actually die to the Baron somehow. And there will be the game for Skyfade.
Wow, that was quick. A
21
21-minute, 26-second victory for Skyfate over Brahms Bodybuilders.
Very, very decisive. Very, I hate to say it, one-sided game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing future games of Skyfate where they can acquire that lead early and play as decisively as they did in this match.
Yeah, it seemed they were firing on all cylinders. Hoenn and Junior Sigawigi looked like they were communicating so effectively in that top lane, ganking Showtime over and over again until Junior Sigawigi just went off on his own. He said, "I'm not a junior anymore. I'm a grown man and I'm going to make my own way."
Yeah, 14-4 at the end of the day. He did have 80% of his team's deaths. Well, okay, 80% of the enemy team's kills came from him. One of those is an execute at the very end of the game. So that will be Skyfate taking the victory over Brahms Bodybuilders. We're going to take a short break before we get into our second game of the night for Platinum Cap. Thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you in just a few minutes.
Test the waters, ooh, it's hard. I think we're getting close. Racing through the waves, I want to be where nobody knows.
Internet, hello and welcome back to OKLCS Spring 2018 Platinum Capped Week 6. We just saw Sky Fate take down Brahms Bodybuilders in a very, very one-sided but very decisive game, and bodes very well for Sky Fate's the rest of Sky Fate's
Yes.
season. They do have 3 more weeks to work through. If
Oh
I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
because Platinum's larger. Yeah.
That was then. This is now. We have the next game of the day, which is between United as One Platinum and Ironman, by the way. Without further ado, I'll jump into that game. Both of these teams are sitting closer to the top of the barrel. They are both at 3-2 record coming into this week, if I'm not mistaken.
So how does playoffs? How many teams go to playoffs for Platinum?
So for Gold Capped, which it only has 8 teams, you just have the top 4 teams going to playoffs. Is going to be semifinals and then finals, as you would expect them to be. For the 10 team leagues, which are Platinum and Diamond, you have 16 playoffs. So
Okay.
and operates very similarly to how the actual LCS does it, where you have the 3rd place seed will play the 6th place seed, the 4th place seed will play the 5th place seed,
Okay.
and then the
bye
winners of
weeks
those will
for-
play against 1st and 2nd.
All right.
But
Looks like
United is 1 on the blue side. They're going for an invade into the blue side jungle of Ironman, by the way. Actually, ships passing in the night. Ironman, by the way, they are going to come in
spotted on
through
the
there.
ward.
But yeah, you're right. Spotted on a ward.
Not
United
sure
is
if
1 are
they
going to
know
look for
that
something around
they
the other
know.
side.
this might end up in a fight. United is 1 knows.
Oh,
that-
what? They face check
Camille!
into him. Camille, give me the tendies, flashes away into the enemy jungle, back towards his team. But here comes the rest of Iron Man, by the way. The concussive blow stun gonna come through onto Cricket. He's ignited, and he is gonna go down.
down.
First blood goes over to Demon Print.
Wow, that looked really bad for Give Me the Tendies, but it ends up working for him and his team in the end, taking first blood and giving that to Demon Print on the Fiddlesticks mid.
Yeah, so, okay. I really don't know what happened there. United is 1 were the team that saw Iron Man, by the ways,
Yeah.
invade. Iron Man, by the way, had no idea they were coming, hence Give Me the Tendies coming in, but why they didn't see Iron Man, by the way, come out of the enemy jungle, so why would they go so aggressive on Give Me the Tendies when they have probably the lesser of the 2 level 1s?
Well, as they're getting into their standard laning, why don't we go over picks and bans for both teams?
Yeah, so United is 1 on the blue side. Their first rotation of bans were Azir, Sejuani, and Zac. And the Azir does not surprise me at all. Iron Man, by the way, mid laner, has been doing very well on that champion. On the other side, Sion, Tristana, and Malzahar taken away from United as 1, which also makes sense. Chrono Swifty has found success on the Malzahar. And then in the second rotation of bans, United is 1 take away Vladimir and Kha'Zix, whereas Tom Kench and Echo taken away by Iron Man, by the way, which halfway surprises me because given the name Chrono Swifty and his affinity for the champion Echo, you'd think that he would be banned earlier, but Give Me the Tendies is going to get ganked up by Sentai Sage, and the Glacial... the Pillar of Ice is what slows him up, and he burned his flash at that level 1. Good by Sentai Sage to know that, go in for the gank on the top lane. Getting a Fiora ahead, we saw what happened the last game.
This one was a much cleaner gank to give Fiora the first blood. It was for the team that was ganking this
Yeah.
time.
So,
Now,
Sentai Sage on the jungle Trundle. In the past, I've always been very critical of jungle Trundle, but more recently, I've been thinking that Trundle, there's a lot of reasons that you could go Trundle in the jungle nowadays. Keystone runes are good for him. And then single target is a lot more valuable in the jungle now than it was at that time. Which Trundle excels at single target damage with, auto attack reset and attack speed.
As well as Chomp reducing his
Yeah,
target's AD, so just all around one of the better duelists, and in this case, large jungle camp clearers.
So Iron Man, by the way, that's a good taunt on the Rep. It throws up the Steadfast the Spirit's Refuge, rather. Those abilities have two similar names and two niche, and Demon Print gonna get slowed up by the Pillar of Ice, but there's the fear onto Sentai Sage. The Dark Binding will land, Ignite goes down, and Demon Prince is gonna fall as well. Two great ganks by Sentai Sage immediately. Demon Print did not flash in time, gets caught by the Dark Binding, and just goes down slowly to Ignite and Tormented Soil.
Yeah, Fiddlesticks mid is very, very vulnerable to ganks, especially with Morgana and her Dark Binding. That is basically the bane of Fiddlesticks' existence, because it's not like he can just max fear in lane to try and deal with something, or someone coming up on top of him.
Yeah. Left isolated, Fiddlesticks in lane is a real annoying thing to deal with because he'll throw his thing at you. It's a targeted ability, it silences, so you can't trade back unless you see it coming and throw out your ability preemptively. But, like you said, very vulnerable to ganks, and Sentai Sage is going to try and make a third one happen, this time to the last remaining lane. Throws at the winner's bite. There's a two-man taunt from Cricket. Force shot flashes forward, looking for the auto attack on the Sentai Sage. He flashes as well, but Sentai Sage, his concussive blows expired. Now they're on to Cricket. Cricket going to get stunned by the concussive blows, and it will be Iron Man, by the way. Summoner Heal comes out for Cricket. He flashes away. Will they be able to close it? No! The King flashes, but the Shadow Dash came back up! No one dies!
Wow!
Oh, maybe I spoke too soon because Demon Prince has actually made his way down here. Flashes, ignites, and autos down Sentai Sage.
Revenge!
Looking for more. The winner's bite lands onto Beerus. They're waiting for the rest of Iron Man, by the way, to shove this lane in. There's the Dark Wind bouncing around.
There.
Beerus will go down as well. Nicely.
And
Execute by Repit.
Repit blows his heel trying to avoid the execute, but gets executed anyways. 6 kills at 6 minutes. This is what we would call an aggressive game. It's not quite a fiesta yet, but
or Demon Print just walks in, face checks into a level 6 Chrono Swifty, just catches him with his pants down, throws down the Soul Shackles. No flash available for Demon Print. Just an easy kill for Chrono Swifty. It's very smart of him to stand there on the way back, expecting Demon Print to walk back to lane that way.
yeah, and he went through the jungle. If you see that path down by the blue side Raptors, there is a very small path of vision that Chrono Swifty went through in order to avoid being seen, so very good call by him.
Alright, Dark Binding gonna land onto the King. It'll just be a little bit of Tormented Soil damage.
Oh, a king. I was like, how am I going to say the king?
I don't know. I'm just gonna call it
the king. Is much, much
there's
easier
two.
to say.
There's two vowels in each of those two words that shouldn't be there, so we'll just it's the king.
Yeah, it's the king. That works. So the gold is going to be almost even at this point in the game. 7 minutes.
But
Where
Sentai Sage's gonna
oh,
look for another gank here. There's the zap, nicely sidestepped by Force Shot, but the Pillar of Ice will come out anyway. Throws out the winner's bite. Tall Guy about to get solo killed in the top lane. Throws down the Hextech Ultimatum, the Grand Challenge to follow. They're trading ultimates, and Tall Guy gets his ultimate off. He's gonna get a big chunk of healing, and Gimme the Tendies has to back away.
somewhat botched by Gimme the Tendies. It was pretty cut and dry, but then Gimme the Tendies basically walks into two of Tall Guy's Vitals procs for the Grand Challenge. If he didn't do that, he does get a burst of healing when he procs those, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get a burst of healing for every Vital you proc, and then the healing over time by finishing the Grand Challenge.
So, yeah, that was.
This is we didn't mention it, but it is Fiora versus Camille. This is a really fun top lane we expect to watch here. That was pretty well played on both sides. Gimme the Tendies did make a little bit of a mistake, and Tall Guy was able to survive as a result of it. But Gimme the Tendies does have a 20 CS lead, in spite of going down to first blood.
Oh yeah. Not going down the first gank. The first blood went over on the Cricket.
Going down to the first gank from Sentai Sage, there's a tactical sweep. Uses the riposte, which means Gimme the Tendies is free to go for hookshot whenever he wants to. And there we'll see it. Demon Print going to get caught by the Soul Shackles, but able to fear away Chrono Swifty.
And now we've just got... Doesn't look like this... Oh, wait. King is sitting in the bot lane brush waiting for a lane gank. Oh, might just be going back instead
Doesn't
of
see this one panning out. Oh, no, cancels it. He's done. He snuck his way
Don't
down
see
there.
him.
Iron Man, by the way, looking for that lane gank. Dark Wind goes down on the Chrono Swifty. He's just going to reveal himself. Oh, he actually burned the flash from Beerus, and there's the Flame Chompers.
Oh.
So he did get the gank off onto Beerus, but it was just a flash result. Imprint now very low though, but
Sentai
so
Sage
is
coming around
50.
the back to try and gank Demon Print possibly. And it should, if he does, it should be
They have to make it happen though quickly because the king is on his way up from the river. Oh, the Crow Storm comes through. Demon Print just surprise parties onto Chrono Swifty. Doesn't even need the king. Sentai Sage going for a little bit of counter jungling, steals away the red buff. Seeing the king taking out a ward, but nicely done by Demon Print to pick up the solo kill onto Chrono Swifty.
And it looks like Sentai Sage is going to be coming in for a gank on Give Me the Tendies. Give Me the Tendies doesn't know. He's just fighting Tall Guy.
Will get him out of there. No, there's the Pillar of Ice, and Give Me the Tendies slowed up, flashes back towards his tower. Tall Guy tanking it up. He flashes away. The Hextech Ultimate comes through, and Give Me the Tendies just going to get chomped. But the king comes through. That's an explosive cast. Knocks Tall Guy into the tower. Is it enough? Red Smite comes down. He's going to get a few more autos up. Needs a little bit more. The stopwatch from Tall Guy. Sentai Sage still going for it. The king will go down, but will the tower be enough? No! Sentai Sage survives. Nicely played by United as one.
Saving Sentai Sage, the Trundle passive, with regaining health every time something dies near him.
It's 2% of the enemy target's maximum health being healed up by Sentai Sage, and now Chrono Swifty just walks into Demon Print with the Soul Shackles. Nice stopwatch, dodge the Dark Binding and the stun.
Yeah, Chrono Swifty just not expecting the stopwatch, throws the Dark Binding anyways, and Demon Print just gets to walk away from that clean.
That is one still shoving in onto this bottom lane. Beerus is not too far behind in CS. Cricket gonna try and continue using the auto attack. The Chain of Corruption lands. Shot flashes for the winner's bite. Glacial Fissure comes out, but here's the Stand United. Beerus gonna get a lot of shielding from that one. Now Beerus is still trying to get out of there. 4Shot's doing so much damage. Auto attacks him to death.
Wow.
Now Repit feels comfortable. Come back in. 4Shot will look for the slow from the winner's bite. Not gonna get the concussive blow stun. Shadow Dash taunts back in, but Sentai Sage not able to come in.
That was probably something that Beerus was not expecting. Most people forget about after being stunned by Braum, his auto attacks do like 30 or 40 extra magic damage on hit.
Yeah.
And
while you can't apply concussive blow stacks, your attacks instead do bonus magic damage. Give Me the Tendies. Getting traded down by Tall Guy. 4Shot gonna get a winner's bite on the Cricket. He'll just be Shadow Dash in, and the support is going all alone into the enemy jungle. This is not what you wanted. Sentai Sage gonna continue to auto attack him down, and it's a free kill gifted over to the jungler of United as one.
yeah, that was probably not the smartest decision he made walking into that jungle. He just knew that Sentai Sage was there. He knew that Cricket was still there, and he walked in without help from Repit. So a little misplay there by 4Shot.
Throwing out the Dark Wind. Sentai Sage coming around. He's found the king with the Pillar of Ice. The Scuttle Crab actually stops him from body slamming away. He flashes away just before the Flame Chompers activate. A Fear goes down onto Cricket, and they will be able to get out.
But it
that
looks
is
like
United is one. Yeah, moving on that mountain.
Getting the Mountain Drake.
Yeah, no contest. Explosive Cask and Flash from the king were used. He's gonna have to just give that one up. United has won, secure the first dragon of the game. 6 kills to 6. It is a 500 gold in favor of Iron Man, by the way. Most of that coming likely from the CS leads top and bot.
Yeah, 40 CS on Gimme the Tendies Camille, and 13 CS over 13 CS for Repit over Beerus. So those are pretty consequential CS leads. Although Chrono Swifty does have another 13 CS lead over Demon Print. So it is really just the top lane right here.
Beerus getting caught by the winner's bite. The Glacial Fissure comes out as well. Chain of Corruption into the concussive blow stun. And Beerus takes a very bad path, gets caught, and goes down to a free kill to Iron Man. By the way, unfortunately for them, it did go over to 4Shot yet again.
Yeah, that is the second one now that has gone over to 4Shot instead of Repit.
And, you know, so United has won, have always been, United has won Platinum, I should clarify. United has won Platinum, have always been very good about communicating to one another. You can tell from the way they play how well they communicate with one another, but they have also been known for very greedy plays like that pathing from Beerus and a lot of times from Chrono Shifty, but Gimme the Tendies now going to get the grand challenge out of Tall Guy. The Pillar of Ice comes down, Force Shot throws out the winner's bite. Cricket is just trying to zone him away. The Tower First Blood did go over in favor of Iron Man, by the way, and they just sort of have an awkward dance around. Crowstorm comes in, Chrono Shifty gonna dice dodge on the Dark Binding, and the King comes in with a body slam.
Yeah, so that goes from a 500.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
The Subjugate comes down onto him. Cricket gets a Shadow Dash in, and now the Zap coming out. Force Shot will get slowed up. Rapid flashes away, throws in the Hail of Arrows to try and keep United's one away from his support. They will be able to make it out. The winner's bite comes down into Cricket for good measure.
Very good. Rapid peeling for Force Shot, actually. Very good duo lane 2v3 sort of peel by both of the bot laners of Iron Man, by the way.
Good escape. Good escape. So they will be able to get back. Rapid doesn't quite have enough for the Gwinsu's Rage Blade. Not quite hitting that power spike.
While we are seeing that 500 gold lead, as I was saying, balloon into a 2,500 gold lead.
A lot of that for that Tower First Blood. Tall Guy gonna get jumped on by Gimme the Tendies. I think Gimme the Tendies... Did he too quickly double tap his Precision Protocol? Because it didn't look like he got the true damage off.
Yeah. Now, Beerus and Cricket are just backing out.
Nice CSing under. No, it's just it was paused at the time of the game. They're back. Iron Man, by the way, ready to. Looks like the King coming in for a gank on a Tall Guy. Tall Guy. Not knowing it yet, but he is going to see the King here now and start to back away. Body Slam going to come in. No riposte in. Tall Guy does riposte now. The Hextech Ultimatum, but there's the Stand United Shield. Sentai Sage comes in with the Pillar of Ice. Subjugate not available, but that's a two-man taunt, and they're stuck on the Spirit's Refuge. Now the King going to get slowly taken down. Tall Guy getting the healing up from the Grand Challenge, and it's going to be 2 quick kills over to United as 1.
The gank by the King going sideways. Sentai Sage comes in for the counter gank, joined by Cricket's Stand United that really
turned that one around.
Just completely turned it around. They had Tall Guy on the ropes, and then the Stand United saved him and brought in another player to the game that ended up killing him and giving over another tower. 2 now.
Yeah.
To...
They got the one mid because Demon Prince was up here. Chrono Shifty just shoving that one in, and they get one top as well. Dark Binding gonna go wide, but he's gonna pop the Soul Shackles. That's gonna do a lot of damage. You gotta worry about that. Look at how much damage. Repid's just standing at the Tormented Soul, but they have the CC now, and Chrono Shifty will finally fall. Repid went very close call.
Yeah.
Had to pop the Summoner heal.
Yeah, and Chrono Swifty actually missing the Dark Binding that would have killed Repid.
Tall Guy gonna use the riposte. Crowstorm being channeled in broad daylight! That's a fear! And he blows them up! Cricket now on the run. Slowed up by the concussive blows. Not quite gonna find the winner's bite.
And now we have Iron Man, by the way, pushing into this mid turret. There's not much that Cricket can do.
But Beerus got a tower on the bottom lane for United as one. It's a Shadow Dash in from Cricket, but he's not standing on the Spirit's Refuge. He goes down to 4th shot, funnily enough, yet again.
Come on, man. Give your ADC a kill.
So it is 2 towers to 3. 3 towers in favor of United as 1. They've gotten all 3 outer ring of towers just due to roams from Iron Man, by the way, leaving them alone. But they are still down 1.5k gold lead about. Very large CS lead for Gimme the Tendies, despite having died 3 times now.
Yeah, with an Infernal Drake coming up in about 45 seconds, I think both teams' attention is about to shift toward the bot side. They're both in similar strengths to take this dragon, and it doesn't seem like there's a...
The name of this game is Vision Denial. United as 1 really want to get that Vision Denial so they can snipe people with random Dark Bindings, whereas obviously Demon Print with the Crowstorm, the best way to play around this is with Vision Denial, which is surprising that to me that Demon Print has not gone for the sweeper. Normally you see the mid laners go for the Warding Totem, but on Fiddlesticks in particular, I think that the sweeper might just be a good investment.
It looks like instead he's going to just keep his inventory filled with control wards.
I'm
I'm
a
fan
Cloud
of
Drake,
that.
by the way, not an.
Oh.
It's the same
yeah,
icon.
same
there.
icon,
Oh, good
but it's
fear.
red.
Now force shot coming around, lands the winner's bite, but he's in a bad position. United's one. That's a good shadow dash into the dark, binding the king. They blast cone over the side. Nicely done. Demon Print gonna flash away. Now Repit on the backside throws on the chain of corruption. Gonna get caught by the flame choppers and the zap. Oh, bad pathing by Repit. He'll just go down. Sentinel Sage gets unstoppable. Body slam forward, but Tall Guy is here. They have no gimme the tendies, but he does have his teleport if he wanted to join this one.
Yeah, and Demon Print getting caught early in the fight and having to disengage and then use the blast cone to get away means that he's not going to be able to contribute anything meaningful in that fight. Likewise, Repit getting caught and going down to 3 members of United as one. He's not going to be able to contribute much, and that means that they're not going to be able to kill any members of United as one, giving United as one control of the Drake.
Yeah, Cloud Drake traded for that top lane tower at the very least, with Gimme the Tendies pushing the whole time.
Now it is almost 20 minutes, so we will be seeing Home Guards as well as Baron coming up. So they will be able to defend these inner turrets a lot more effectively than they were the outer turrets.
Sentai Sage going for the Cinder Hulk into Titanic Hydra build on Trundle. I really particularly like that a lot. It gives you some tankiness to build up with your Subjugate. And still allows you a very sizable amount of teamfight damage that Titanic Hydra just finished with that five kills to his name. Over half of the kills that United as one have now.
Yeah, he doesn't have any. Well, he does have the Mercury treads, but he doesn't have any large resistance items. So he will still probably go down pretty quickly to Repit, as well as not be able to do much if.
Oh, that's a dark binding landing on the force shot into the shadow dash. They're just gonna slowly take him down. Force shot gets caught by random C. Whoa! Guardian shield and the locket comes through, but the dark binding lands onto the king instead. But he's a tanky boy. Crowstorm over the side. Demon Print is ripping through United as one, and Repit comes around. He wants revenge. The chain of corruption comes through, but Demon Print will die to the tormented soil. Give me the tendies. Teleports in. The hook shot coming through. Chrono Shifty's black shield expires. The summoning who comes out from Beerus. Chrono Shifty getting caught by the hail of arrows. One more auto will be enough. The king gets it with his fat belly. The Hextech Ultimatum on the Beerus now, but will it be enough? Give me the tendies. Hook shot. Precision Protocol comes down. Now Tall Guy gonna try to 1v3. He wants to get something back for United's one, but the body slam comes through after the riposte. Hook shot comes through, and Tall Guy gets kited. Ace for Iron Man, by the way.
Wow, that was Demon Print went in without stopwatch or Zonias and just wrecked United as one in that blue side jungle, or red side blue jungle.
Yeah. Holy cow. Demon Print now with the Zonias is that much more threatening. Just runs them down. He can't run them down when he's Zonias, obviously, but that fight, he just sort of ran them down with the with his completed Mercury treads, not going to have to worry nearly as much about that CC. Really quite like that adaptation by Demon Print.
Yeah, and Demon Print now has what I'm assuming is 40% CDR. I'm not sure if he took Transcendence, but I would guess that he would. Oh, he could have taken Ultimate Hat? No, that's not on the same level. So he probably has Ultimate Hat as well.
I'm really surprised that Force Shot was able to make it out of that one.
Oh yeah, jumping
or
to the
at
king.
least like getting out there. He popped his Locket Shield. He got the Guardian by Stand Behind Me to one of his teammates.
Yeah, and the king standing in front of Braum instead of behind him this time, and tanking so much damage. He had the Warmog's armor completed, so he was able to soak up that much more damage. While it doesn't give any armor or resistances, it's a lot of health to still try and burn through this early in the game.
United's one find the Pillar of Ice, but they don't feel comfortable going for this because Gimme the Tendies coming around. He's going to get onto Sentai Sage. The body slam actually finds Cricket. The Shadow Dash in. That's a four-man taunt, but it's not to no avail. Iron Man, by the way, split. Chain of Corruption go down, and the Crowstorm over the wall. Beerus is 100-0'd by Demon Print. They get down onto him. Sentai Sage on the run now. He's going to get slowed by the Tactical Sweep. He will get the concussive blows. It's a triple for Gimme the Tendies, and now Tall Guy, the last remaining member, will get down. Ace for 0 for Iron Man, by the way, yet again.
Fourth shot is very low. He's not going to be able to join the rest of the team at Baron. They're Are they just clearing vision? No, they're
No,
going
they're
for
going
it.
for it. The King is at full health thanks to that Warmog's armor, and Iron Man, by the way, have enough DPS with the consistent Drain and Repit's Guinsoo's Rageblade. They're just going to burn through this Baron, no problemo.
A 24-minute Baron going over to the side of Iron Man, by the way, and they're going to be able to take that while Fourth Shot clears the bot wave and makes sure that they do not lose that inner turret unexpectedly.
Zanya's completed for both mid laners. They do have the Soul Shackles and Crowstorm. Both mid lane ultimates synergize very well with those the Zanyas. But Demon Prince has been significantly more effective in placing himself in a position to get a good ultimate off than Chrono Swifty has in this game. 7, 3, and 9 on mid Fiddlesticks is Demon Prince for Iron Man, by the way.
Yeah, and the King has almost finished, but not quite, his Banner of Command. The Raptor Cloak and the Aegis of the Legion going to combine to form that. And now, if he can finish it before the Baron buff expires, they will have one big minion for Fourth Shot's Braum to stand in front of and just tank damage. As I said earlier, it takes like 6 or 8 shots.
Wait,
depending-
hook shots over, right onto Chrono Swifty, caught by the Dark Binding. Whoa, that's a lot of damage from the Precision Protocol. Flashes, but still gets stunned up by the Soul Shackles. Will use the stopwatch to dodge the Superman. Gonna throws down the Hextech Ultimatum. He's trying to do as much as he can, but it's a shutdown going over to Cricket.
But now, because so many of United as One went topside to take out Give Me the Tendies, Rapid is able to just wail on this turret with Varus, who, with the Guinsoo's Rageblade and Runan's Hurricane,
and the
is
Baron
good
buff
at taking
minions, but
turrets.
there's a Shadow Dash taunt in. The King is going to get caught by the Flame Chopper. Zap comes through as well, but not too much damage. Sentai Sage now going to pop the Subjugate onto him. The Glacial Fissure to disengage, and Iron Man already with the Crowstorm! That's 2, 3, 4 caught by that ability. Tall Guy bleeding, running out of there. Iron Man, by the way, pick up 2.
Oh, and the Banner of Command is finished, so we have that giant cannon
the Baron
minion
up cannon
tearing
minion
apart.
Bruce Banner minion coming in, just beating down these inhibitors and the objectives. Iron Man, by the way, pick up an inhibitor and an 8.5k gold lead.
And they're going to be able to turn that around and head for the Mountain Drake that is almost up. Sentai Sage is not alive yet. He cannot get there in time. Oh, Demon Print is just going to try and take this turret instead.
Gotta be careful here. Flash Soul Shackle slows him out. Chrono Swifty, the Super Mega Death Rocket will be blocked by the Zanyas, but it will just mean an easy Dark Binding and a quick kill for Beerus.
Oh, but the turret goes down. So Demon Print, I'm guessing that was his goal all along. I don't think he cared if he died. He just wanted to take that turret.
Well, if he definitely didn't intend to die there,
Yeah.
but he'll say worth. He got the tower.
I'd say it's worth. Inner turret gives him the 3rd turret of their lead, and 3 turrets, 10 kills ahead, and they're down by 1 Cloud Drake. That is an 8,000 gold lead, and Gimme the Tendies is about to take this turret as well.
He's 3 levels up on Tall Guy. He just takes the tower in front of him, throws down the Precision Protocol. That's a large burst of damage. Tall Guy flashes in. There's the Stand United. Will it be enough? Gimme the Tendies is going to get baited in by the shield, and he will go down to Cricket.
So that is another case where I'd probably say just worth. Give Me the Tendies did not have a Baron buff to lose, whereas Demon Print did. So I'm guessing he was much more comfortable with dying there than Demon Print would have been. Oh, looks like they're going to take that blue buff, just deny that from Chrono Swifty. And
we have to level at least some criticism on Tall Guy here. Yes, he's been trying to group up with his team and be there for them, but he's given up so much for it. A lot of pressure top lane. Not only that, but he's almost about to get Flame Horizon by Gimme the Tendies and EXP more than anything. He was down 3 levels to Gimme the Tendies, and Cricket was really the only reason he was able to survive, let alone get the...
Yeah, Gimme the Tendies is so much stronger than Tall Guy, in contrast to the rest of the laners and their respective opponents, where there's not really that much of a CS or XP lead.
The big difference between the bot and mid and jungle positions now is just due to the global gold discrepancy from those 4 towers, and Tall Guy has been a little out of position here, slowed up by the Winter's Bite, throws in the Glacial Fissure, will riposte stun up 1, but it's not going to matter when you're surrounded by 4 members of Iron Man, by the way.
Yeah, that's the 4 strongest members of Iron Man, by the way. It's the most kills. 5 and 2, 5, 2 and 10 on this Gragas. 9, 4 and 10 on mid Fiddlesticks. I am
Yeah,
so surprised.
who has picked up an Oblivion Orb, by the way? Which I think is pretty nice on
Yeah.
Fiddlesticks, thinking about it. You pop it, it gives you a large burst of movement speed and ability power. Gimme the Tendies might have made the same mistake his counterpart has, since that's just going to slow him up. The hook shot used into the Shadow Dash, and Gimme the Tendies will dodge the Target Binding. Hextech will domain him as he falls into his Guardian Angel. It's just going to be an easy matter of picking him back up. Soul Shackles, with no messing around. The Dark Binding comes through for Chrono Shifty, but
his
Iron Man, by the
sacrifice
way,
was not in vain.
Banner of Command minion coming in, and the second inhibitor going to fall for Iron Man, by the way. And that was a situation. You see the difference between those two picks. Gimme the Tendies team was ready to pick something up when he dies, whereas Tall Guy just dies and United just want to say, oh, well, our top laner's dead
Yeah,
now.
one's more of sacrificing your queen rather than just kind of misplaying. Yeah, Gimme the Tendies just working with his team. He knows what needs to be done, and if what needs to be done is 3 people come by and kill him, then
I mean, yeah, he probably could have backed away there, but when he sees them, he's like, guys, they're all down here, take that inhibitor.
go for it.
So the Oblivion Orb, you pop it, it gives you up to 100 ability power and up to 30% movement speed,
Yes.
depending on stacks which you get from your allies casting abilities near you. So not only can you pop it immediately as you finish your Crow Storm, and it gives you a bunch of ability power that amplifies the damage, you also get the 30% movement speed, so if you don't need to Zhonya's right away, you can just run down more members of United as one, synergizing with the Fiddlesticks passive after standing in one place for, I don't know, the duration of your Crow Storm
Yeah, I mean,
channel.
it's 1.5 seconds, and the Crow Storm channel is that.
Yeah, you get a big burst of movement speed as well. As well as, standing in place for the drain will also give you that bonus move speed. Really nice on Fiddlesticks. I rather quite like it.
And now Demon Print has Flash, too, so you can Crow Storm, Flash, Oblivion Orb, and just speed towards everyone on the enemy team, and
So, yeah, they're basically United's one. If they try to focus Demon Print, they're all crowding around him and he's Zhonya's. If
Yeah.
they're trying to run from Demon Print, he chases them down with Oblivion Orb. This is a no-win situation when the Fiddlesticks gets ahead.
And it looks like Iron Men, by the way, are just going to be able to take this Baron without...
Yeah, no contest.
Yeah,
they
without
know
United
they
by
would
one
see
being
exactly
able to-
if anything were coming to stop them. The Super Mega Death Rocket comes to little effect. They pick up the Baron and are ready to use another Banner of Command on a Baroned up minion.
Oh, and they're using it on the mid lane, so they are going to try and break this this open inhibitor while the top lane inhibitor is still down. Meanwhile, Give Me the Tendies is going to try and push his wave up into the inhibitor turret that is remaining on the map.
Figuring out some vision. He is going to face check into Chrono Swifty here, but that's a lot of members of Iron Man, by the way. Got to be careful about getting collapsed on. Throws down the Tormented Soil. As you know, the Banner of Command makes the minion immune to magic damage, so that Tormented Soil really can't do anything to it, as it just sort of slowly rips away a Banner onto the melee minion. It just sort of starts attacking like crazy. Watch it hit the tower. It's like bruh, 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 bruh.
Yeah,
As Gimme the
fast
Tendies goes in, Hookshot comes in, the Crow Storm, Demon Print is gonna Zhonya's here after running in at max speed. Didn't get the best of Crow Storms off. Chrono Shifty wreaking havoc in the backline. Actually, Demon Print's the first kill of the fight, but Tower's falling down on the other side. Repit has acquired tower aggro. Give Me the Tendies on to run out. He pops the QSS and he's just going to try and auto as best he can. Tall Guy will die to the burst from Give Me the Tendies before he can get enough healing off. Beerus doing what damage he can. The inhibitor or the Nexus towers have already gone down. Cricket 1v1 and Give Me the Tendies, and that's not who you want. Tactical Sweep comes through. Pillar Rise knocks him into the air, and Beerus gets the kill. 4-shot on the run. He throws out the Unbreakable as the King
Nexus
will
goes
end the game
down.
with the help of the Super Minions.
33-minute victory for Iron Men, by the way, over United by 1.
United as falls down. They are now 3-3, now being neutralized after a strong star, and Iron Man putting themselves a lot higher up in the rankings, ready to secure their spot in playoffs. We do have 2 more games on the day for Platinum Capped. That'll be the end of this one. We're going to take a short break before we get into it. Hope to see you in just a few minutes. Thanks for watching. Internet, hello and welcome back to OKLCS Spring 2018 Platinum Capped Week 6. I'm Alex HNA22 and I'm joined now by Corey Bunger for the next game of Platinum Capped. We just saw, holy cow, we just saw Iron Man, by the way, take down United as one to put themselves a bit higher in the standings and put themselves in a good position going into Week 7 for their playoffs prospects. But that was then. This is now. We have the next game, which is between Reign of Kings Platinum and Gecko Slammed Armageddon. So without further ado, jump into that one. It is, of course, Reign of Kings Platinum on the blue side and Gecko Slammed Armageddon on the red side. And both of these teams, okay, no, I'm sorry. Reign of Kings coming into this game 3-2. Gecko Slammed Armageddon coming in 4-1, very impressive. But they did drop their first game of the split last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Real cheeky mastery
Yes.
flash there coming from the ADC and jungler.
But yeah, GSM coming off of their first loss last week. See if they can turn it around and pick off Reign of Kings. Reign of Kings, though, 3-2, they're looking to also secure themselves a playoff spot by finding a lot of victories in these later stages of the regular season. A lot of in-game side of GSM with Malphite, Jackson, Alistair. If nothing is going to happen at the beginning here, we'll go ahead and go over picks. The bans for these games. On the side of Reign of Kings, their first rotation bans were Kayn, Ryze, and Shen. And then on the other side, GSM decided to take away Zac, Jace, and Tristana. And then in the second rotation, Reign of Kings take away Gnar and Camille, whereas Orianna and Azir trying to pinch the Reign of Kings mid lane pool is GSM.
I definitely like that Camille ban coming out at the end. I don't necessarily know how picks and bans went, but that Camille can be flex top and jungle.
Does make sense. Although Levis on Malphite is very good against Camille. Malphite, I think, honestly, one of the more underrated tank top laners that you can pick. He's pretty good. I like him a lot. And you know, he's very simple to play. Just press R on the enemy champion and you kill him. It's harder
Pretty
to
much.
do that against a Xayah, who with quick enough reflexes can Featherstorm to dodge away from it. Waldo looking for the level 2 gank, but he doesn't find the leap strike in time, so can't get the counter strike onto Wymul. Things will quiet down. Ryox is going to hit level 2 before Levis.
Well, there must be. Oh, there it is. I would say it must be a glitch there for a second. We didn't see Wymul's mana pool. It's like, wait, he's on mana
It's
already?
mana flow ban. That's what
Oh,
happens
oh.
with mana flow ban.
Ah.
Oh, good scattered the weak stun onto Seymour.
I guess I hadn't seen mana flow ban in spectate mode before.
Yeah, it's a little one of those weird things. I don't know why I don't know why it works that way. Well, so Malphite, Alistar, and potentially the Jax following up with a multi-man counter strike. That is the engage available for GSM. And then they have two very good sustained damage carries in the form of Corki and Xayah. They're not struggling as far as their team fighting ability goes. Another good scout of the week from Wymul and Seymour. Seymour taking a lot of damage on the way. And Waldo gonna look for the repeat gank, but again fails the counter strike, leap strike, and Wymul's gonna be able to just slowly walk this one out. Seymour will come through and force him to use the summoner heal, but he's gonna be able to slow him up. Just back away. Waldo looking a little bit shaky on this Jax pick.
Really excited. Like you mentioned, team fights. Definitely there is a lot of engage on the side of GSM, but I'm really excited to see how Reign of Kings takes this Tahm Kench. It's very easy to pull someone. Like, for instance, if Caitlyn or Syndra, for instance, with the movement, gets caught out by these champions, it can definitely be something easy for Tahm Kench to jump on.
Again, the counter strike misses from Waldo. This time, thanks to Ryox just leaping away. Waldo, that's 3 ganks already invested to very little effect, only burning a summoner heal from Wymul. And so now Jordan V69, he's had the chance to just farm and pick up a 2-camp lead.
I don't necessarily know what was going on with that top gank. It doesn't look like
We're gonna go aggressive on the Wymo because Waldo's looking for 3rd time's the charm, but doesn't have the range, doesn't want to go under tower. Wymo will make it out yet again.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but right now there just doesn't seem to be a whole lot of synergy. But a gank coming in bot lane by Jordan V9.
Oh, that's a good headbutt, or a pulverize from Silver Spade. Will keep Jordan V69 away from Naked Beaker after the devastating charge comes through. You know, it's really just a matter of there's no gank setup from Corki or Malphite, so it's really on Waldo to get that counter-strike off and allow Seymour and Levis to deal damage, but he hasn't been finding those counter-strikes, and he has been at 12 CS for the past minute and a half about. He's just now picking up a camp afterward.
He's still level 3 compared to the level 4 of Jordan V69, which is might come back to haunt him a little bit later.
Yeah, that is a definite. Oh wow, yeah.
Now level 5 to level 3.
2 level leads in the jungle are never what you in any position is never what you want to see. It's really just not good. You have to you know, weigh the value of ganking over farming and make sure that it's, you know, at least gonna put enough, give your lanes enough pressure. But he's ganked like 3 times onto the mid lane. Wymo still ahead in CS, has only burned Summoner Heal, which is about to be back up anyway. And Ryux is actually a very significant amount of CS up over Levis even after that gank top lane. And then Waldo has sacrificed so much farm. Jordan B69 is very close to hitting level 6, whereas Waldo only level 4. Seymour now getting traded on by Wymo, and he's about to hit level 6 himself. If that Unleashed Power comes up while Seymour's at this low of HP, then that's just going to be a quick solo kill. First blood for Reign of Kings.
It definitely is. I think there's just a lot of confusion going on the side. I've been in Waldo's place before. It's definitely very confusing. You're getting a lot of, I'm sure he's getting a lot of mixed signals right now from his team. I've fallen into the same trap where my team wants a gank bot and a gank mid, and they want me to be in both places at once. But rather than, and I think, oh, I'm just a tank jungler, or I'm just a jungler, I need to help my team, and I shouldn't worry about my own farm. But my own farm is definitely important, and it's not something you can just push by the wayside.
Even if a champion doesn't need as much gold to be effective, like a lot of the tank junglers like you're talking about, what they do need is EXP, so that they can get the base stats value from leveling up. Leveling up, in terms of base stats, is worth like 500 gold. And additionally, not only that, but the base damages on your abilities also go up because you get more ranks in them. The Unleashed Power going to be popped onto Seymour. It's not going to be enough for first blood. Seymour's definitely going to be chunked very hard and probably have to recall and then teleport back to lane. Oh, but there's the flash combo from Silver Spade, but leave it to Wally just very easily eats up Badinsko. GSM is really struggling in these early stages of the game.
Waldo trying to come in mid lane gank there, but was noticed in the ward in the river, the bot side.
Primal just walks out. Yet again, level 5 to Jordan B69, who's been level 6 for a while, and now Ryux is making his way down here. They might look for the 3v2 in this mid lane, as there's the call of the Forge God. Seymour is stuck around a little too long. He dodges away, but the Onslaught of Shadows, he flashes away, but it will not matter, as Jordan B69 just barrels into him for first blood. And there's the Unstoppable Force coming through, but Silver Spade is here, and they will pick up Jordan B69 on the other end.
I don't know. I assume he just hesitated there because Jordan V69 did, just because he knew that he had died already. There wasn't really a whole lot that he could do. He probably was hoping for the blast cone when he walked over that direction. Just like, oh, hey, please save me. No, this level advantage, though, in the jungle definitely is seen, or it was seen a little bit ago with all the wards that were there. They've now been swept away on the side of GSM, doing a very good job of countering Envision, but there is still a blue control ward sitting there just behind the red, just behind Bramblback.
Waldo taking away the second buff, not going to hand it over to Seymour. Will finally hit that level 6 on Jax. He does have the Grandmaster's Might, which will amplify his ability to farm at least, but he is down 20 CS to Jordan B69. 15 now.
And look, here he is getting ready. Looks like he's trying to gank again.
I'll look for a gank in the bottom lane. Seymour is also cheating down there, but the control ward is going to be seeing them. Leave It to Wally is a little far forward. The package comes through, and Leave It to Wally is in a bad spot. Just going to go down. Not even going to try and get out of that one.
Good job by Waldo. Did hit the counter-strike this time to land the stun so that Leave It to Wally could not pop the gray health and was killed there instantly.
Seymour with the package roam is successful. Weimel, at the very least, is going to shove a fairly sizable wave into the tower of Seymour and find himself 18 CS in the lead now. So a lot of pressure acquired by Weimel there for Seymour's roam at the very for the side of Reign of Kings.
Then
Now,
Ryax just bullying Levis out of lane. Double the CS.
that is bad. That's also bad. Ryox up 45 CS now over Levis. Like you said, just under double as CS at this point. And this is really looking quite bad for the side of GSM. Gonna have Ryox level 9 to Levis's level 7. That was mostly probably due to the fact that Levis did come down to get that kill on the Jordan V69 after First Blood went down. But again, you have to weigh your, like, how much am I losing in lane? How much am I losing as far as pressure goes?
Hecarim
Jordan
caught
V69, over aggressive counter jungle, gonna get caught by GSM. And that is also bad. The other thing you have to do is, you know, counter jungling's good, you know, but you got to do it like not excessively, and more importantly, in a position where it's more likely that you're safe than not. For that one, GSM didn't have to give up very much to come and collapse on him in the jungle, and they pick up a kill. Waldo looking for a gank on the mid lane. Ryax just continuing to shove in onto Levis. Oh, there, at least burn the flash from Weimel with the counter-strike. It's going to throw down some more damage onto Seymour. Seymour needs to be very careful, but he does have the double buffs. Will be able to regen with the red buff as well as poke down Waldo.
Corki being just basically another ADC is very dangerous on those double buffs. Has a lot of burst damage. The slow from the red buff is going to ensure that he's able to stay on top of you and keep landing his Phos Bomb and his rockets on top of you.
Start building up a wave, but Ryax just going to start shoving it back in onto Levis. Waldo not in the area to look for a gank here. Weimel is going to have his recall interrupted, but Silver Spade is the one who's coming around looking for the combo. He does not have flash. Will he be able to get it? He does find it. Summoner Heal comes out from Weimel, throws out the Scout of the Week, but it's not going to land, and it will be Silver Spade picking up the kill. Abyssal Voyage is going to pull in Badinsko as well, but there's the Tongue Lash onto Silver Spade. He does not have his ultimate anymore. And that will be just
a
nice,
very good tower dive.
yeah,
on
nice
the side
roam
of
by
GSM.
Silver Spade. Now Ryax is continuing to shove it onto Levis. Weimel has the Lost Chapter now. It could be going into a number of things. Whereas Seymour has the components, unfortunately, but not quite enough to build all three components into the Trinity Force. I think it's like 300
I'll
gold.
say that's about 333, I believe, is the difference.
Yeah. Which is really unfortunate when you have the components of the Trinity Force, but not quite all of it. Silver Spade gonna get jumped on over the wall, but nothing doing there. Ryax and Levis just continue to trade on one another. Both of them low on mana. Slow down a little bit. Ryax continuing to assert dominance. Iceborne Gauntlet finished off for him. Wally gonna get rooted up by Naked Beekeeper's feathers, but he'll just step onto a trap and take a lot of damage himself from Badinsko.
I don't necessarily know if he underestimated the amount of damage that was there on that, or if it was just maybe just a complete mistake on that part. But it's never a good idea to step on those Caitlyn traps and just take a free headshot.
I think when he was walking forward, he didn't notice the trap and then walked backwards and got hit by it. So just a little unfortunate for GSM. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because Fleet Footwork comes in and he's healed up back to full health. Bad.
And Seymour does have the package. It looks like he was trying to go bot lane for something, but unfortunately for him, he was spotted by a pink in the Pixel Brush, along
he
with...
can go for the package onto Weimel if he wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Looks like he decided not to, but it's still there as an option. He has it there for a moment longer. Looks like he's just going to lay out the red carpet for the minions coming in.
Yeah, you gotta. He's like, it's gonna expire anyway. Might as well use it to push a wave in. He is down 15 CS to Weimol now. Only gonna get worse as that wave comes to Weimol. CS leads pretty close as far as the bot lane goes. Only about 11 for Naked Beekeeper, but very staggering CS leads. Top, mid, and jungle for Reign of Kings. Now, Reign of Kings have 4 members posturing around the Dragon. Weimel gonna take a big chunk of damage from Seymour, and he might just go down, throws down the Scatter the Weekend Unleashed power, but Seymour just stands his ground, starts hitting him with more rockets and ability and auto attacks. Weimel will survive. Now, GSM do have a significant amount more pressure thanks to the mid lane coming out ahead there. Reign of Kings, are they gonna try and contest this one? Jordan B69 is hanging around.
It'd be really risky, mainly because he is now the same level as the Jax. He was able to farm up enough to get that level differential negated.
Back in favor. Waldo does smite true and picks up the Infernal Dragon for GSM, so they do have a decent amount of scaling on their side. Porky and Zaya do benefit very much from that Infernal Dragon. GSM gonna have Seymour and Silver Spade pushing in there. They've got the Abyssal Voyage as well as Jordan B69 Onslaught of Shadows. He's gonna land onto Seymour. Will devastating charge him away from the tower. Valkyrie is down. Gonna get devoured up by Leave It to Wally. Here comes the Call of the Forge God. Throws on the Great Held. Seymour goes down. They knock up Silver Spade. He does have the Unbreakable Will. He'll pop it now to break the stun. Ryox is here, but the teleport comes in from Levis as well. They will not continue to die. Roll with that. It will be the flash forward. Doesn't get the knock up onto Waldo, unfortunately, and Ryox is a little sad after that one.
You could tell he wanted it. He was just like, give it to me, give it to me. It was just short.
Short of the wall.
The knockup.
Now Badinsko left alone will get some free time with this tower as Naked Beekeeper comes around the side. Things are... Oh, look at that. 4 kills to 2, but it's a 1k gold lead in favor of Reign of Kings just due to the farm differential on the top side of the map. We're just going to continue to shove in onto Naked Beekeeper. The feathers come through. Root up, Leave It to Wally, and now it's a 4-man dive onto Reign of Kings. He headbutts out. Weimel throws on the Unleashed power. It's not enough damage to take out Silver Spade. It's a good headbutt to push them away, prevent them from diving. Levis is here. He does have the Unstoppable Force, and it's a 5v4 down here. Ryox has no teleport, shoving into the top lane. Reign of Kings got to be very careful.
That turret is very low. Might be able to get it this very next wave if they...
Yeah, but GSM are going to try and force on this bottom lane. Badinsko has to be very careful. There's the 90 caliber net. Flash! Unstoppable Force! Leave It to Wally. Eats him up. Silver Spade gets a 2-man knockup. They throw Badinsko out to safety, but Jordan B69 will pay the price. Levis now going very low. The Scatter of the Week will stun him up. Ace in the hole comes through. It gets the Summoner Heal and he lives. No, not quite. It will be the Arcane Comet from Weimel to pick up the kill. And Tower First Blood very close, but it goes down in favor of GSM. The flash forward from Weimel, and that might not have been his best idea. Gets eaten up by Leave It to Wally. Throws him out away. And the combo will kill off Badinsko. Way over aggressive from Weimel there. Costs his AD carry his life, essentially. They even give up Tower First Blood. They just barely.
Possibly even the second tower here as well.
Yeah, GSM are going to come out ahead off of that one, as well as getting more here. Leave It to Wally might have overstayed, but he will stop Waldo from getting in with the counter strike. Low on mana. The tower will fall. And Reign of Kings now, they are going to try and see if they can punish GSM, but it will be the flash away from Silver Spade. Call the Forge God actually came in somewhere there. What happened there?
Somewhere a T he did come in from Ryox there on the backside, probably from either the Tribush Pink or the ward that's on the other side of the river, just trying to collapse.
Teleported down here, but and then they called the Forge God. I don't know what happened there, but at the end of the day, it didn't result in anything. So I think maybe he got Waldo's flash, but he didn't pick up a kill. So a little bit more pressure lost by Reign of Kings, and now GSM are the ones with the slightest of gold leads, 400 in their favor now.
That definitely was looking bad for them earlier, but they definitely did have good plays there on the bot side, all communing as 5, knowing that Ryox's TP was not quite up yet.
Yeah,
and making that rotation.
Yeah, and GSM, it was really the smart thing of them is that they didn't stand around. They committed really hard to going
Mhm.
for that dive. Flash unstoppable force from Levis as Jordan B69 about to face check into him, throws on a control ward, but now Levis is going to chase him down a little bit. GSM securing the area around the Rift Herald. King will try and their numbers to push in that mid lane. Silver Spade on the side. The package is available for Seymour. This is not the time that Reign of Kings wants to fight. Ryok's going to throw down some breathing. The Scout of the Week Levis will get stunned up, but that is the tank on the side of GSM. There's the package being used, so now Reign of Kings feel a lot safer going for a fight here. Ryok's playing forward, just being the tank his team needs. But there's a lot of wave clear thanks to Naked Beekeeper and Seymour. Very good AoE on their side, so they can clear waves effectively. Now the Feathers coming out from Naked Beekeeper nicely sidesteps the Scatter the Weak from Wymore. GSM, they are looking for the engage. You can see it in Silver Spade's eyes. He really wants it, but it's going to be Reign of Kings looking for it. Call the Forge God, and he uses the Feather Storm too early, and Jordan B69 just eliminates him. And Eat from Leave It to Wally will stop Levis from getting down the Unstoppable Force onto Badinsko, and now wreaking havoc on Reign of Kings. They lose Ryox. Seymour just unloading damage. Waldo has to get out the backside, and it's a 1-for-2 in favor of Reign of Kings. In the hole going to come through. They actually stun up Silver Spade. Will they have the damage to take him down? The Ignite comes down, and it will be enough. Leave It to Wally gets the kill, but they've left it alone. Badinsko for Waldo to pick up. Seymour comes forward. Scout of the Week lands. He already valked forward. Wymore doesn't have the Unleashed power yet. The Flash Tongue Lash from Leave It to Wally. He's tanking it up as long as he can. It's a double kill for Wymore. Nicely done by Reign of Kings.
That was definitely a very good engage on the side of Ryox with the Call of the Forge shots. Following it up, Jordan V69, just very unlucky on the side of Naked Beekeeper, just missing the invulnerability there.
Yeah, I think Naked Beekeeper Featherstorm very preemptively. He tried to dodge the first part of it, and then ended up dodging really neither part, I think.
Yeah.
So Reign of Kings, they will be rewarded for their efforts with that mid lane tower as well as an Infernal Dragon.
Naked Beekeeper, it does look like he's trying to catch someone, but no, the Rift Scuttler is going to ensure they get out safely.
Yep. All right. So gold now back in favor of Reign of Kings. They themselves now have just over 2k gold in the lead. Badinsko almost got caught by the feathers there. Kind of walks in for some free damage, but not going to matter. He backs up, and he's just going to clear waves. Ryok's going to come forward, pushes away Levis from the tower. Still very significant CS lead for Ryok's over Levis. He's got Iceborne Gauntlet and a Righteous Glory now to his name. Levis is going to try and pick up the Sunfire Cape, it looks like. So will allow him to push very effectively. Sunfire Cape, Iceborne. Malphite can shove really nicely for a lot of tanks. Waldo goes the Blood Razor enchant on his Jax, and then he's going to be building what looks to be a Titanic Hydra for a little bit of tankiness. But on the other side, Jordan B69 is in a significantly strong spot. Cinder Hulk plus Trinity Force. Trinity Force is always a big power spike whenever you complete it. Leave It to Wally and Silver Spade just going to run into each other here. Going to calm down a little bit as GSM send a number of people to this top lane. It is the last remaining outer tower that for GSM to take, so no surprise that that's the next target for them. But Silver Spade,
No, they still have the mid turret.
oh, you're right. They
Mid-turret's
got
still
two
up.
bot. They got two bot. You're
Yep.
right. I'm silly. GSM they choose to try and force on the top side, but Reign of Kings responding appropriately. They sneak up, Leave It to Wally and Jordan B69 just in case Ryok's fell into any trouble. The bot lane tower is the last remaining outer for Reign of Kings, so I'm surprised they're playing around this top side, but with Baron live, they gotta be careful of that one being snuck away. Can't commit too many people to the bottom side of the map. Levis is down there, however, with his teleport. Wymo going to get the Scout of the Week on a Silver Spade. Throws down a little bit of damage. Ace in the hole, gonna be absorbed. Onslaught of Shadows in. Silver Spade cleanses with the Unbreakable Will. Now Waldo's in a bad spot all by himself. Throws at the Call of the Forge God. Not gonna land on anybody. Jordan B69 on the way out. Unstoppable Force used by Levis, but only on to leave it to Wally. Reign of Kings now looking for the tank. Knocks up from Ryox, and Levis will be going down. Ryox claps him for the kill. GSM now in a 4v5 situation, being sieged upon in the mid lane. Wymble just going to continue to throw out Scout of the Week to Wally. Comes forward, Ryox tanking up the tower. They're out of minions. Jordan B69 can't go too deep here. Waldo just going to stand on the trap. Wymble throws out a Scout of the Week. He's going to stun up one. Seymour doing his best to clear the waves. That's a good feathers. Oh, but Silver Spade flashes, but Leave It to Wally eats him immediately. This is beautiful Tom Kench play from Leave It to Wally, keeping everybody he can alive. Reign of Kings, they will make it out, but they cannot close the tower.
That was definitely good on the part of Leave It to Wally. That was extremely quick reaction time, catching the carry, eating him up.
That was Silver Spade's flash pulverized for Leave It to Wally, just eating up Badinsko, no problem on the side of Reign of Kings. It does mean the end of their push, and GSM, what are they going to do here? They've got the package for Seymour, and they've got a lot of engage. This is the time when they need to fight, when that package is available. Seymour, Trinity Force Static Shiv, he's at a decently strong spot right now, assuming he doesn't get one shot by Jordan B69 or Wymul.
Oh, right now what I would have suggested was, what I would have suggested was to try and maybe set up a Baron bait. I know it's only 25 minutes into the game, but there was not a whole lot of vision by the side of Reign of Kings in that Baron bush, or anywhere near the Baron. So even if you sat there for a couple seconds, or even if you wanted to try and start it, there was enough people there that you could have baited that out, especially with Corki having the passage.
And the package, unfortunately, forced to be used due to it about to be timed out. He'll go bot lane and take a recall now. And now Reign of Kings, they're the ones who are going for the Baron. The controller will spot out the vision on the side of GSM, but Reign of Kings, they say they don't care. And they're going to, well, maybe they care a little bit because they're going to back away now. Too many members of GSM for them to continue to contest that one. GSM secure the Scuttle Crab and we'll clear out some vision.
Oh, but Levis slightly on the wrong side, getting
headbutting away Jordan B69. Yeah, Levis is probably going to have to use the unstoppable force. He gets onto Badinsko. Badinsko will get eaten up by Leave It to Wally again. Call of the Forge God comes through, but Ryox can't activate the second part, but it doesn't matter. They're not doing any damage on the side of GSM, and Silver Spade will slowly get taken down. Naked Beekeeper doing his best to kite it out, but he and Seymour zoned away, and Reign of Kings, now they're ready to go for the Baron. Jordan B69 can't tank it up too much. He took a lot of damage in that fight, but it will be 5 members of Reign of Kings supporting him. The tower goes down in favor of GSM, but the Baron goes down in favor of Reign of Kings.
I would definitely take that trade if I was Reign of Kings.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
5-1-4 now on Wymul Syndra, Luden's Echo, Void Staff, and another Fiendish Codex item. What that'll be. Seymour going to be taking away his own blue buff. Another dragon coming up in about 10 seconds. What is it? It is another third Infernal Dragon. Whichever team picks this up will have 2 Infernal stacking in their favor. Will Reign of Kings be able to get there in time to contest it? Ryox does have his teleport up, but he's at half health. He hasn't had the chance to recall.
Both junglers are there currently.
And Jordan B69, it might just be the Miracle Steal attempt by him, but Silver Spade just going to push him away the instant he comes in. Not even going to try for it. GSM will pick up the double Infernal. 5k gold for Reign of Kings at 28 minutes. They do have the Baron buff, but no Banner of Commands completed on their side just yet. If ever, you know.
No. You gotta play that 3 Banner of Commands with Baron buff.
Yeah.
Right?
We'll see. I don't think any of them will have finished a Banner of Command based on their builds before the Baron expires, unfortunately.
No.
GSM, they're going to go for... Oh, Silver Spade messes up the combo on a Jordan B69. That's embarrassing. Unfortunate there, but I don't think they would have won that fight either way because Ryox now shoving in the mid lane with the Baron minions. He does have his teleport available. Seymour going to try and clear it out, but that's a level 16 Orange. Just see how much damage that clap does onto him. Now Reign of Kings going to bully their way in the 4v4 onto the bot lane tower. Will pick up the last remaining outer tower for themselves. Just under 6k gold in the lead.
Definitely looked like that turret did more damage to Ryox than Seymour did just now.
Yeah. To Wally. Here, Reign of Kings rotate all their members into the mid lane, Baron up that wave. Seymour not going to be able to shove it away, and Reign of Kings will pick up another. This is already a fairly sizable Baron power play. It's just over halfway done. Going to rotate up to the top lane. They picked up the bottom lane outer and the mid lane inner already. What will GSM do? GSM, they're really trying to look for the engage. They need to, I think the best thing that they can do is they have to stagger their engage. They have to use either Alistar or Malphite to force the Devour, and then once it expires, then go for the other one onto as many members as possible. The problem is surviving with whoever goes in while they wait for the Devour to come out.
That, or as soon as you see the Devour on one of the champions,
the Forge
to
God
immediately
gonna
jump
be
in.
used. He's not going to land it onto anybody. It is just used for the slow. Now Waldo coming in for the 2-man Counter-Strike, but do they have enough damage? Ryox is so tanky. 3-man Unstoppable Force, and Weimel has to flash away, but that's a 4-man knockup from Ryox. Naked Beekeeper throwing out the feathers as best he can. Jordan V69 dies. Silver Spade does as well. GSM on the run now, but Weimel and Ryox so low. Leave it to Wally, pops the Greyhound. Now Levis and Naked Beekeeper ready to come back into the fight. They're still very healthy, but Badinsko is too threatening. They can't go farther forward anymore. The tower does go down in favor of Reign of Kings, and it's a 1-for-1. Overall, a victory for Reign of Kings. They'll be using the last bit of the Baron to get the Empowered Recall off and be happy with that 3-tower Baron power play.
That was definitely a good play by Waldo, jumping in there, getting the double stun on the Counter-Strike. But did you see how much health, even though he used the, was it Grandmaster's Might?
Yeah.
He got immediately chunked down to half and was forced to flash away from that fight.
Yeah, Waldo is he's not quite tanky enough at this time. He's got a Titanic Hydra, he's got a Spectre's Cowl, but he's still getting burst down very quickly, especially when you have to jump into 5 members of Reign of Kings. But he's still getting burst down fairly quickly. That means that he can't do the sustained damage that the Jax wants to do, and unfortunately he couldn't use his Auto W Titanic Hydra triple burst onto Badinsko. That's not one of the members he stunned up.
No, it wasn't.
So, mostly ineffective during that fight, especially after Ryox comes in 4-man knockup with his E onto his pillar. Now the Abyssal Voyage being used by, to pull in Weimel onto the bottom lane. They're going to try and shove onto the bottom lane out inner tower, the last remaining tower outside of GSM's base.
Levis still up top side, but he does have teleport. Possibly might look for an engage, but Ward's being swept
It's going to be the call of the Forge God being popped. Didn't see who he knocked out. The feathers will come through onto Ryox. He's tanking it up. The teleport coming in from Levis. Badinsko takes a tower shot. Reign of Kings don't have a minion wave to work with. Now we'll see GSM attempt yet again on this tower defense play. It's really hard to defend the side lane inner towers. That's some of the hardest towers to defend. They might just be better off holding or backing away towards their inhibitor and giving this one up if they don't think they can take the fight. But Reign of Kings, they're committing very hard onto Waldo. They've actually very split. There's the Unstoppable Force. He eats him up. Leave it to Wally. Saves Weimel. And now they're getting in there. Onslaught of Shadows comes through. Silverspade going to eat the ace in the hole. Ryox has to back away. That's a good Featherstorm, but they get the Scout of the Week. And Weimel throws down the Unleashed Power. Naked Beekeeper goes down. And Seymour too far forward. Leave it to Wally. Eats up Weimel yet again. And Weimel will survive at the lowest of HPs. Leave it to Wally. Just going to get Silverspade to headbutt him out.
Hey, just get out of there right now, GSM. Just back away. Your carries are dead. Your damage are dead.
Wow.
Definitely want to defend that turret, I know, but right now just get back to base and heal up as quick as you can.
Silverspade dies at the end as well.
It's really hard to outrun a Hecarim, though.
So, that was actually somewhat poorly played by Reign of Kings. Ryox and Jordan V69 commit really hard onto Waldo, who's just absorbing their damage with the Counter-Strike. That basically left Weimel and Badinsko alone, without a front line. Which is why you saw Levis and the rest of GSM go hard onto them, but they did not stagger their CC like we were talking about. And Leave It to Wally eats up Wymol, throws him out to safety, no problem. Yet again, Leave It to Wally has been playing this Tahm Kench absolutely phenomenally.
Oh yes, he is definitely the reason, well, one of the main reasons that that Reign of Kings has been winning these fights. Why Badinsko is still alive in
And then,
several of these.
and then Wymol, he held the Unleashed Power. Naked Beekeeper throws down the feathers, comes back down straight into like a barrage of the Dark Spears just slamming into his face.
That is kind of the worst thing that you want to see as an AD carry or a mid laner. Just watching that unleash power, like you know it's there, and especially after a fight, using all those orbs that are lying around on the ground. It's just not something you want to see focused on yourself.
Reign of Kings, they'll pick up a Cloud Drake. The Baron is live once again. 4 completed items for Ryox, the Righteous Glory, and it will be Jordan V69 just barrels into Levi's for a little bit of damage.
Just
not
breaking
a
that
whole
shield.
lot, yeah. Iceborne, Randuin's, Spirit Visage, and Righteous Glory. He's a tanky boy. 2.5 items for Levis on the other side. Seymour and Naked Beekeeper staring down a 3.5 item Wymol on Syndra. Luden's, Zanya's, Void Staff, and another neat large rod. Now, Reign
That
of
Syndra's
Kings,
gonna
they
be
will be
putting
starting
up
up the
a lot
Baron.
of damage.
Control Ward getting taken out by Leave It to Wally. They're going to throw down traps in the back line, hoping to catch Waldo as he comes in the call. The Forge God being used. Teleport in by Seymour. That's a good knock up onto 2. And Levis is in the back line. They throw the package down, but Reign of Kings, they're not mattering. Levis is going to use the Unstoppable Force as a last resort. They jump onto him with Waldo, but again the Devourer comes through from Leave It to Wally, and Waldo will get focused down. They finally get onto Silver Spade, and he's going to try and do what he can, but Wymol uses the Zanyas, and it's not going to matter. Seymour on the backside, out the other end. They're teleporting into the base because the Nexus Towers are already going down to super minions. Reign of Kings, they Abyssal Voyage in 2 more, and they will focus down the Nexus Towers, and it will, more than likely, be the game.
Be the game, I believe, yes.
Yeah, Reign of Kings, they will focus down the Nexus. Nothing doing here. Leave It to Wally with the Devours, comes through, and Reign of Kings will take down GSM.
That was definitely really good play on Leave It to Wally. But in that last team fight, though, Naked Beekeeper had both his flash and his ultimate up as well. I'm surprised he did not use those in that fight, trying to stay alive. Maybe using flash, dodge that call of the Forge Gods, even if he didn't see a good time to Featherstorm.
Yeah. So, GSM, that's their second loss in a row. They've only got 2 losses in the league, and they've both been in these last 2 weeks. Their momentum is downward. We'll hope they can turn it back around in the last remaining weeks of the OKLCS. But that is the end of the game. We have one more for you between the Ol Razzle Dazzle and OU Platinum. We're going to take a short break before we get into that game. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in just a few minutes. Internet, hello and welcome back to OKLCS Spring 2018 Platinum Capped Week 6. We just saw Reign of Kings Platinum take down Gecko Slammed Armageddon. When we have one more game for you tonight, it is between the old Razzle Dazzle and OU Platinum. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. This is, of course, this is the last game of the night. The old Razzle Dazzle coming into this match 2-3, as is the same case on the side of OU Platinum. Oops. I got spoiled last game. They did it. They were already all lined up for me. All right. So both these teams coming in 2-3. So these are the games that do matter a lot for determining who gets some of those lower stage playoff spots. So attacking that ward, I think it does tell them that they're all in that brush.
It tells them, I believe it tells them all, because you see the person who's attacking and then that little circle around them.
A little proximity.
Yeah, so I believe they all know that they are there.
So the old Razzle Dazzle are going to throw some skill shots in there. OU Platinum was looking for possibly an invade. The old Razzle Dazzle just stacked waiting there, probably just like anticipating it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So let's go ahead and look through picks and bans. On the side of the old Razzle Dazzle, they banned away Dar, Tom Kench, and Tristana from OU Platinum. OU Platinum responding with Darius, Nasus, and Xerath. The Xerath ban does not surprise me at all. Boy Toy Troy had an absolutely phenomenal Xerath game with last week.
Last week, and I believe he might have played it 2 weeks ago as well.
Maokai and Anivia, the second rotation of bans for the old Razzle Dazzle, and then Vel'Koz and Scion taken away by OU Platinum from the old Razzle Dazzle.
Definitely a lot of target onto the very heavy top lane favorites right in the form of that Scion ban. Nasus not quite so much, but Scion definitely is powerhouse in that top lane.
So, this is... They're pretty quiet at the beginning of the game. Ferris Bueller and Reveritz will be the ones who have a lot of the priority as far as getting the action started with their ganks and their pressure. Larcion still only level 1 though. Ask Me About It is really abusing that level discrepancy. Larcion not finding the minions not dying fast enough for him, really. Does finally hit the level 2. He's tanking a lot of minion aggro trying to keep it away from the tower, but it's a lot of damage he's taken there. Now Reveritz and Ask Me About It gonna invade onto the red side jungle of Ferris Bueller. I don't think he knows that it's happening.
Not yet. Just finished
the Raptors,
and he's gonna find them.
He sees them with the ward there, but I don't think he's gonna do anything. And this was probably a mistake to even try and come in here.
Yeah,
has to flash
out.
away. Needs to not stick around for Boytoy. Try to find a lucky charm.
Oh, and they're giving it over to Ask Me About It. That's gonna allow him to bully this Poppy even more in the top lane.
Event Horizon thrown down. Jobera gonna try and catch on to Boytoy Troy, but nothing to be done there. So Ask Me About It with that red buff is going to be bullying onto a Larcion. Since the, oh, hold on a second, King Gilgalad gonna get it. Oh, he has tower aggro! He gets flayed into the tower, has to flash heal out, and it's first blood for Tumble Under Tower. Nicely done by Chinhua. Now Hadley is the focus. Larcion still having to deal with the red buff Fiora. Chinhua, is he gonna have the cooldowns up? The death sentence will land. Tumble Under Tower is gonna tumble under tower, and Hadley will get the 2-man knockup. Larcion gonna go aggressive onto Ask Me About It, but this is not a fight you wanted to have. He's gonna go down here. That flashes away from the last Q from Ask Me About It.
I'd say definitely with that red buff, it's really troublesome because normally the shield from Poppy would block the dash from Fiora, or the shield from Poppy would block the damage from the dash and the vital proc. But with that red buff, it's just gonna whittle away the entirety of the rest of the shield.
Yeah. Really rough when Ask Me About It gets a red buff that early on, and Ferris Bueller has been denied that buff as well. But he's doing a good job. He's still keeping up with Reveritz as far as CS goes.
That's one of the dangers of doing a full clear blue side. That's something that I often fall into a trap of as a jungler, doing a full clear before going to my other jungle camp. And it's something you gotta watch out for, especially when someone like Ask Me About It puts so much pressure in that top lane.
Can easily just go in and assist the enemy jungler in his invade, and you're stuck in the 2v1 situation. It's not ideal.
No, it's not.
So now a Larcion down 12 CS, and his flash, and his well, Ask Me About It actually burned his teleport to come back as well. Phage to cloth armor. Ask Me About It just continuing to assert dominance onto a Larcion. Jobero gonna get charmed up under tower. There's the Armor Deception Ignite. Jobero got his summoner heal off. Is it enough? No! Boytoy Troy picks up a solo kill.
That last tick of the Ignite just manages to finish him off.
Boytoy Troy on track to have another good game like we saw from his Xerath. 16 CS in the lead as well, solo killing Jobero. Jobero just gonna have to play it safe while he waits for the Vigar to scale up. Ask Me About It actually takes the hammer shock to the face, lunging into it. Let's see, Ask Me About It. Oh, nice steadfast presence from a Larcion. Reads Ask Me About It, will stop him from lunging in. Now, will win this one out. The red buff is down, and now a Larcion gets a grasp of the Ignite Strike. He gets a lunge in, and heroic charges on Ask Me About It, picks up the shield. We'll get another favorable trade. A Larcion starting to pick it back up. Thankfully, Ask Me About It did not pick up a kill, thanks to a Larcion flashing away, and it will mean, since he's caught back up in CS for the most part, is going to fall a little bit behind as this wave starts to push in onto him, but doing very well for himself in what was a hard lane earlier.
Yes, definitely. He's been playing this really well so far.
Front on the Dark Matter will tag Boytoy Troy with it, but he is really struggling in this lane. 16 CS is the discrepancy. Now King Gilgalad gonna get jumped down by Tumble Under Tower. Flash Death Sentence from Chinhua misses. Quite unfortunate for the side of OU Platinum. 500 gold is the discrepancy between the teams in favor of the old Razzle Dazzle, thanks to Boytoy Troy picking up a CS lead over Jobero for the most part. It's where that's coming from. Gilgalad just gonna start farming up safely. He's got boots to a BF sword from Tumble Under Tower. That is quite a difference as far as combat power goes. Ferris Bueller looks like he wanted to hand over the blue buff, but Joe Barrow probably told him, no, you just take it. I'm just farming under tower right now. So now it's gonna be who can pull themselves ahead. Tumble Under Tower on the Vayne does have a kill to his name as well as a lot of priority in the lane. Will we see the Vayne come out and hard carry on the side of OU Platinum? Ferris Bueller can play to facilitate that with the use of Impale and clear out some vision on the Infernal Dragon as Revrith take away his own blue buff.
And Joe Bear playing very aggressive, not getting that early tier, as sometimes seen.
Larcian gonna get jumped on by Ask Me About It, but another good steadfast presence. The Riposte was down, so he just heroic charges him into the wall. Now, who is coming in here? It's Revrith, so Larcian gotta be careful. Infinite Duress is available. Will they look for the dive? Larcian, he's going to get onto him. The fear going to come through. Revrith's going to get the Infinite Duress onto him. Larcian going to jump on Ask Me About It. Keeper's Verdict knocks him into the air. Unfortunately, it's not enough as Revrith will survive and Larcian will fall.
Larcian did a good job knowing that the jungler was there pinging for help, but I don't think that face check was a good idea for him.
Definitely not. Ferris Bueller on the wrong side of the map, so was not able to assist him. Gonna have to do something with the pressure that he got, and he knows Revrith is on the top side of the map. They might even go for a repeated invade on the red buff. They, of course, have the timer on it.
Dude, but Ferris Bueller is there. He looks like he's trying to get a little bit of vision.
Yeah, he is. He wards the brush. He is afraid of that repeated invade from the old Razzle Dazzle. Yeah, now this time Boy Toy Troy is the one coming up to help him out. Tumble Under Tower getting jumped on, and Ferris Bueller impales onto Boy Toy Troy. Event Horizon is there. He cannot dash too far forward. Ferris Bueller ignited. It will not be enough, but it will be the flash forward for the last bit of Spirit Rush damage. And Ferris Bueller falls over to Boy Toy Troy.
And then that does allow that red buff to be picked up again. I wonder if Revrith is going to give that over to the Ahri, or if he's going to take that. Or
looks like
just
Ask Me
Fiora's
About
gonna
It's
get
coming
again.
around to pick it up for a second time. But the old Razzle Dazzle does a really good job playing around Revrith's aggression in that top lane. Or in that top side, rather. Both solo laners giving up some time to come and help him out. Ask Me About It going to use the Riposte onto Larcian because Revrith is here now, slowing him up with the autos. He will follow after the flash, fears him back the other way. Larcian going to get a heroic charge, and Revrith will fall. He gets the shield back, picks up the buckler, and Ask Me About It takes a tower shot. It's a double kill for Larcian.
That was amazingly played by Larcian. I definitely thought he was going to die in that, but getting the shields from the buckler was very well done. Getting that, especially really lucky that he got the kill off, because it meant buckler immediately came back to him, and he got that shield immediately. Did not have to wait to go pick it up.
Yeah, Revrith, I don't know if he actually was expecting to follow the flash under tower there.
I don't necessarily think he was, but when he did, at least it was very good communication on the side to at least both go for it.
Yeah.
There was no miscommunication at all when they decided to dive.
Revrith's with the Skirmisher Saber and a Tiamat in his pocket. Larcian still, unfortunately, a significant amount of CS behind due to the early pressure from Ask Me About It. Larcian at least reclaims that red buff from Revrith's and Ask Me About It. Don't worry, Ferris Bueller, I got you.
Speaking of gold deficiencies, Gobera right now is losing immensely in the mid lane farm to Boy Toy Troy.
37 CS discrepancy. Ferris Bueller smites away this crab, but now will he pay the price? There's the combo. He gets a good death sense. He's actually going to take Tumble Under Tower in. He gets exhausted. And now King Gilgalad going to get impaled by Ferris Bueller. Just going to chase him down, looking for the stun. Hadley now caught in the box. Going to get a double play off as King Gilgalad going to get soloed out by Ferris Bueller. Or will he flash autos? No! He gets the headshot, and Ferris Bueller goes down. Now Hadley on the other side will get kited away. Tumble Under Tower needs another auto off. Flash auto will pick up the kill. A double kill for Jobero on the other side. Kick picking up Boy Troy and King Gilgalad on the other side. Larcian missed the death sentence from Revrith, and Revrith will make it out. Or will he? Tumble Under Tower will get the double kill. A big Infinity Edge crit from the 3-0 Vayne. Ask Me About It. Continuing to play aggressively on Larcian. Nicely done from Jobero to come around the side and actually kill off both Boy Toy Troy and King Gilgalad, who were able to evade Ferris Bueller. Larcian got to be careful here about the potential dive. A lot of damage coming out from Ask Me About It now that Black Cleaver is completed, and now he has no buckler, the shield expiring now. OU Platinum gonna start up the Infernal Dragon, trying to pull it out.
Didn't really do a good job at that. I know definitely for one, Drakes tend to be very stubborn. They do not want to move at all from that pit.
It's their home. Infernal Dragon does finally go over to OU Platinum. Ilarcion just doing his best to hold in lane up against Ask Me About It.
And this is a couple times he's done this now. Ask Me About It, just dashing immediately into those hammer strikes.
Old Razzle Dazzle. Now losing a little bit of momentum. It's actually 200 gold in favor of OU Platinum. Sion just doing best to hold the Event Horizon going to come down from Boy Toy Troy. He actually picks up Tower Aggro and he can't drop it. Will take a couple tower shots now. Ilarcion going heroic charge onto Ask Me About It, but he doesn't get the wall stun. Now that's the grand challenge being used, but the steadfast presence will stop the lunge. Tower First Blood goes down in favor of the old Razzle Dazzle, but will they pay for it? Tumble Under Tower condemns Hadley into the wall. Gets the combo after breaking the stun with the Unbreakable Will, but a Death Sense onto King Gilgalad. He will get the stun off. Summoner Heal comes down, and it will be another crit from Tumble Under Tower to pick up King Gilgalad, the flay backward onto Hadley, and now flashing away. Death Sense will land, and it will be a double kill for Tumble Under Tower. Boy Toy Troy gonna pick up Joe Barrow, and will he go down? Ferris Bueller does get the stun onto him, and it will be the return kill, but 2 towers now in favor of the old Razzle Dazzle.
That does just do, it just shifts the gold lead more in the favor of the old Razzle Dazzle.
Yeah, they were behind earlier, but now they're just up 800 gold. Thanks to the double kill from Tumble Under Tower, neutralizing a lot of it. This is a 5-0 Vayne for OU Platinum. Ask Me About It gonna get traded on by Ilarcion. Nicely blocking the Vital with the wall. Throws out the Buckler onto him. Gonna pick up the shield. Actually, that was the heroic charge into the wall. Ilarcion could have continued to trade onto him. I don't think he realized that it was a stun.
I honestly didn't realize it at first either. From the visuals, it almost didn't look like it was going to be a stun.
Joe Barrow is here now. Ask Me About It. Gonna use the riposte. The Keeper's Verdict is available. He doesn't get the wall stun, but the Event Horizon will land, and Joe Barrow just easily picks it up with the Baleful Strike Dark Matter combo. The old Razzle Dazzle, they're starting up the Rift Herald, but they just lost their top laner. Mid and top are coming around. No, the Rift Herald does go down in favor of the old Razzle Dazzle. Joe Barrow and Ilarcion know that there's 2 members up here. Ilarcion does have the Keeper's Verdict. Event Horizon will land a Rev Rift, looking for the Infinite Duress. He can't be stopped by the Steadfast Presence, but the Spirit Rush can, but it doesn't matter. The Charm into the Spirit Rush, Orb of Deception. Boy Toy Troy picks up Ilarcion, but now Chinua throws back the Dark Passage, pulls in Ferris Bueller. Not gonna land the stun, but he will land the Death Sentence. Will he have the damage? They get onto Boy Toy Troy. Event Horizon goes down. They charm up Chinua. The Orb of Deception and the Tower Shot will be enough. Impale comes down onto Rev Rift, but they don't have the damage.
But Tumble Under Tower coming in from behind,
Tower
tumbling under that
He
tower.
gets a Tumble Under Tower like his name. Will be a double for the Vayne, now 7-0, but it will be Ask Me About It coming in. Event Horizon stuns him up, and Tumble Under Tower uses the stopwatch, try and stall his out his own death, but he will get the shutdown.
So that was just really unfortunate on the side of Tumble Under Tower using that stopwatch right there. It was definitely seemed like a good idea, but Joe Barrow landed that stun perfectly onto the Fiora, and just using that stopwatch there allowed Hadley to come up and follow through perfectly with a knockup, holding him there in place.
OU Platinum, to their credit, they did pick up that bottom lane tower before coming up here, so a little bit of global gold back in their favor. 900 gold separates the 2 teams. Now the old Razzle Dazzle, they've got 3 up here, thinking that Ask Me About It's hidden away. Joe Barrow gonna come forward. Hadley just gets an easy combo onto him, but Chinua is here. There's the Event Horizon onto 1, condemn him into the wall. Hadley, their nice Keeper's Verdict will knock away 2, and they get to focus down Hadley. Take their time with it. Joe Barrow picks it up with a Baleful Strike. Nicely done by Ilarcion. Now Tumble Under Tower gonna take the red buff for himself now. The first red buff that actually gets picked up by somebody on OU Platinum.
Ferris Bueller not getting any red buffs, but being a team player about it, saying, hey, yeah, you're ahead, Vayne. Tumble Under Tower is definitely going to be the carry for this team looking at.
Infinity Edge and the makings of either the Static Shiv or the Rapid Fire Cannon, one of the 2.
I'd assume it to be the Static Shiv.
Will offer a little bit of wave clear. Ask Me About It gonna get jumped on, or gonna jump on Ilarcion. Oh, good riposte will stop the heroic charge, and that means that he gets the stun off. Steadfast Presence popped. Ask Me About It does have the grand challenge if he wants to go for it, but Ilarcion is starting to win out on these trades. when the Grand Challenge is not popped. Reverett's actually had to infinite duress away to safety, and Ask Me About It uses the lunge, but now the Grand Challenge popped. Alarcion, you can still take this fight, I think, if you use the Hammer Shock, but Alarcion just flashes away, fearing the damage coming out from Ask Me About It.
It was definitely extremely close. Only one more vital needed to be procced for that heal to come out.
But this
And-
is dangerous. Boy Toy Troy and the rest of the old Razzle House. The charm lands, the ignite comes down, and Orbital Deception will pick up the kill.
But that was an extremely close fight between Ask Me About It and Alarcion going on right there.
But it will be the old Razzle Dazzle with a members up here. The Event Horizon is going to find Hadley. The Impale onto King Gilgalad. That's exactly who you wanted on. The Flay comes down. The box comes out, but Chinwa is the one to fall. Ask Me About It going down to the tower on the other side. Joe Barrow is now in trouble. Gets comboed in by Hadley. Ace in the hole comes through, and a headshot will be enough to pick up the triple kill for King Gilgalad. A tower goes down in favor of OU Platinum in the mid lane thanks to the efforts of Tumble in her tower, but they lose one top as well as 3 members to the old Razzle Dazzle.
And just like you said, Ferris Bueller jumping on to King Galahad, that's exactly what you want to do. But the only problem is, Ask Me About It and Hadley both in there, in the turret, just completely causing havoc.
And there's no damage. Tumble in her tower is 7 of his team's 15 kills. He will be able to kill off Reverett's, no problem. But unfortunately not there in that fight top lane. He could have really done a lot of damage there.
He definitely could have, and without him, his team definitely suffers.
But it is the second Infernal Dragon spawned now. Tumble in her tower already in the area, as well as Ferris Bueller and Alarcion. The old Razzle Dazzle not in a position to contest it, really, so if OU Platinum can pick up the double Infernal, that'll go a huge way towards their scaling. And there it is, the double Infernal.
Very easy pickup. The Reverett's still dead there, no smite contest, so it doesn't look like Ferris Bueller even needed to smite, even though it looked like he did.
Yeah. So, Alarcion has also caught up quite a bit as far as the CS discrepancy between Ask Me About It. Alarcion holding his own in that top lane. Unfortunately, a number of members of the old Razzle Dazzle come and ruin that little isolation farm for him. Now, Ask Me About It coming into the mid lane to help out with old Razzle Dazzle. They actually picked up 2 towers top lane, looking for the death sentence. Shinwa will not land it, throwing down a lot of Yordle snaptraps to zone away the members. That's a charm onto Tumble Under Tower, as well as the Piltover Peacemaker, and Tumble Under Tower can't go for the fight anymore. There's the Infinite Dress being used under the Alarcion. He will go down. King Gilgalad on a rampage. A nice Event Horizon will catch him all, and the Impale onto Reverence will pick him up, but Temple Under Tower goes down too low at the beginning of the fight. Ask Me About It takes the Primordial Burst, will go down to the tower shot. Hadley now taking a tower, flashes away. Event Horizon gonna land. Joe Barrow gonna get a Baleful Strike, but he can't get the Dark Matter, and Boy Troy picks up Chinwa on the back side, on the run out. They get the tower. King Gilgalad now running away. Ferris Bueller looking to see what he can do, but not a whole lot. Old Razzle Dazzle now 6 towers to 2 in their favor. OU Platinum really scrounging, but they had a good fight there. Unfortunately, Tumble Under Tower got chunked too hard at the beginning of it. Couldn't do as much damage as an 8-1 Vayne could potentially do. Ends up becoming an 8-2 Vayne.
And that was a really good charm on the side of Boy Toy Troy, catching him out. That was the initial damage that was there. It was extremely unfortunate. I don't remember who it was, but someone was standing there right in front of him and just managed to dodge out of the way of the charm, allowing Tumble Under Tower to get hit by that.
And now King Gilgalad and Boy Toy Troy, they're putting out a significant amount of damage. Infinity Edge, Rapid Fire, and a second Zeal item for King Gilgalad. And then, of course, Luden's Echo Leandries for Ahri. The Leandries now, I think, is quite a decent pickup for Ahri. Ahri is a champion that can do a lot of damage over the course of a fight. You know, just sort of coming in and out of fights. It's not the highest of sustained damage. It's nowhere near something like a Cassiopeia. But if you can get those picks off, then the Eyes of Pain onto a tank will be useful. And, of course, the increased damage over the course of a fight is also very good for just general damage.
And just like you were saying right there, that increased damage chunks about a third of Ferris Bueller's health.
Platinum trying to secure vision control around the Baron area. They secure the Scuttle Crab. Charm goes wide, and now Ask Me About It comes aggressive onto Tumble Under Tower. Tumble Under Tower needs to be in a good spot at the beginning of the fights so that he doesn't get charmed, so he doesn't get Infinite Duress, so he doesn't get comboed by Hadley and blown up. He is the vast majority of the damage on OU Platinum. Joe Barrow has gone for an Abyssal Mask first item on his Vigar, which, you know, it's not bad, but that means that it's going to take him that much longer to have enough damage that he can really contribute to a fight. Really relying on Tumble Under Tower in most of these fights are OU Platinum.
They're definitely playing a, hey, we got to protect our ADC right now. And it's going to be up to Ferris Bueller, because I know that it's extremely tempting if you grab someone, for instance, if you see someone out of place, and just to drag him back to your team, but you want to make sure that you're not dragging the Alistar, you're not dragging that Fiora, and you're not dragging that Warwick back into the team. They will immediately jump onto Tumble Under Tower, and that'll spell the end for OU Platinum.
Snap traps on King that are really annoying. Event Horizon doesn't quite find Boy Toy Troy, but Ask Me About It is there. Gonna get the Death Sense from Chinhua. Now, will they focus him down? The Riposte is not available. Now, Ferris Bueller can go for the Impale now. No, the headbutt from Hadley actually pushes Ask Me About It farther towards OU Platinum. Tumble Under Tower picks up the first kill of the fight. Reverence now flashing away, but King Gilgalad shots down. Tumble Under Tower now. Boy Toy Troy gets a charm off. Orb of Deception, Spirit Rush. Joe Barrow goes down. A double kill for the ADC on the side of Razzle Dazzle on Reverence. Fighting onto Ferris Bueller, getting a good bit of healing off, fears him away, but it will be Ferris Bueller finally picking up the kill. A Larcian gonna get chased on by Hadley. Boy Toy Troy gonna get a charm onto Chinhua. Looking for him, and A Larcian gonna get comboed, and King Gilgalad picks up another kill, going godlike on Caitlyn.
I'll say Tumble Under Tower getting a really good early kill in that fight, but was just too far out of position, trapped on that side, trapped in between the two walls, not able to get back into the mid lane with his team, and as a result, died extremely quickly to King Gilgalad.
Yeah, King Gilgalad got a just superior positioning, really. Tumble Under Tower, you know, it's kind of the thing with Vayne, you know, there's the stereotype, oh, Vaynes are always tumbling into the enemy team, you know?
Mm-hmm. But they can only
Vayne,
tumble so far.
Vayne naturally wants to be moving forward a lot of times in the fights where it starts out going well, but he started going forward a little faster than his team could handle because of the zoning power of the rest of the old Razzle Dazzle. And then sort of funnels himself into that corridor after killing off Ask Me About It. That's really what you call tunnel vision more than anything. And that as a result, he's able to be shot down by the superior range and superior grouping for King Gilgalad and the rest of the old Razzle Dazzle.
And definitely, this is going to be extremely hard for OU Platinum to come back from right now. Right now, they are
almost 8 towers to 2.
8 towers to 2. It is an 8k gold lead right now for the old Razzle Dazzle. Tumble Under Tower and Joe Barrow are going to definitely have to work together with work together. Tumble Under Tower is going to have to make sure he's not out of place anymore. Ferris Bueller is going to need to make sure he lands those needles on the proper targets, drags them to the proper location, because yes, you want to drag them back to your team, but it's all about where you put them.
Yeah. So, which, to be fair, at the very least, they have double Infernal on a very good scaling comp. Chinhua gets charmed up. That's a lot of damage onto the first.
I'll say, yeah, but a double Infernal Drake's not going to do that much if you get picked out just like that.
At least the old Razzle with King Gilgalad taking that third Infernal will be denying that much to OU Platinum. And Vigar and Vayne, they scale very well with those Infernal Dragons. But they really do need to get a hold of the objectives here. Like you said, 8k gold in the lead are Goal, Razzle, Dazzle, Tumble Under Tower, and Joe Barrow still kind of scaling up. Tumble Under Tower has the Guardian Angel as his third item, so he's able to play a little bit more aggressively with the ability to pop back up. But if he pops up in the middle of the enemy team, it's not really going to matter.
No, it's not, and that's generally where he's been dying for the most part anyway, is right in the middle of the enemy, where his team cannot help him at all.
Echo at first damage, you know, or actual damage. So yeah, he's still got a long way to go before he can really put out a lot of damage that Vigar does.
Looks like they were trying to set up a little bit of a Baron bait, but Sweeper showing their ploy, showing their hand. They're having to back away, and old Razzle Dazzle gets a good vision on the Baron.
2 naked inhibs for OU Platinum. Ask Me About It. Doesn't have teleport. He might still look to try and backdoor one of those while the rest of his team dances around the Baron. And if OU Platinum send more than one to deal with him, then they can definitely start it up. Ace in the hole going to be... Oh, Chinhua doesn't quite take it for Tumble Under Tower.
Little miscommunication there.
He has the armor for the Guardian Angel. be able to heal it back up with the fleet footwork and some lifesteal onto the Raptors. Pharaoh takes the Orb of Deception, Death Sentence onto Ask Me About It, and oh, that Primordial Burst just blows him up. That's the start of the fight. Impale goes down onto Reverend, but he still got the Infinite Duress. He can just jump out like that, and the Charm lands onto Ferris Bueller, the Orb of Deception, Keeper's Verdict. They knock away Hadley, and there's another stun onto King Gilgalad. That's so much damage. Tumble under tower, gonna pop back up with the Guardian Angel a little bit too early on both the Charm and the knockup, but Tumble under tower has to back away. Reverend's getting into the fight, will get focused down. They lose Chinhua. Boy Toy Troy doing what damage he can, lands the Charm. They will finally shut down Tumble under tower, but there's a slow. Hadley gonna get caught. Double kill for Boy Toy Troy. He's jumping in and out of the fight. The Baleful Strike will not have enough damage. At the end of the day, it's a 3 for 3 on both sides. The old Razzle Dazzle that started so poorly for them. But Boy Toy Troy is so strong, just one-shots basically everybody on the enemy team.
It's just like you were saying, when she picked up that Leandris, that's what she was looking for. That sort of long, extended fight. That was definitely what Ari wants to take.
Yeah, and you see how much damage she does to even the Larcion and Ferris Bueller. They're building MR now, but she's still doing quite a bit of damage, that Ari is. And Boy Toy Troy, he's piloting her to great effect. Trying to steal away the red buff yet again. Seems to be a recurring trend in the game. Ferris Bueller is here, so he will have the smite, but Ask Me About It. Will they be able to shove him away? There's the smite. Ferris Bueller actually finally picks up a red buff for himself. Not a face check into too many members of the old Razzle Dazzle. Chinhua might have been caught here. And now Ferris Bueller is the one. Oh, takes the Impale onto the Dark Passage. Boy Toy Troy now by himself gets flayed back, and they lose Chinhua, but they got Boy Toy Troy down now. They knock away Hadley with Keeper's Verdict. Tumble under tower trying to kite as best he can. Ask Me About It will go down. Double kill over to the ADC, but King Gilgalad now ready to fight. Reverence trying to get kited up by Tumble under tower. Tumbles into the dead tower and cannot put any distance down. Larcion getting a combo, flashes away. Event Horizon goes down. King Gilgalad can't chase. He actually will flash forward, and Larcion jumps onto him with a heroic charge. Hadley is there in time, and Reverence will eat him up. King Gilgalad will take a Dark Bounder, but it's not enough damage. Jobert throws down the Event Horizon yet again. Has to back away. It's a 1v3 situation. 4 for 2 in favor of Razzle Dazzle.
Yeah, I don't know what happened at the start of that fight. Ferris Bueller still having the suppress onto Boy Toy Troy when he takes the Lantern. I don't know if that was just a mistake or a misunderstanding, but
I think it was like they were in a bad situation. They saw the Dark Passage and they thought, let's do this. And in theory, it would have been good, but the rest of OU Platinum wasn't quite on the same page. Chinhua gets crit, and King Gilgalad will pick him up. No problem. Ferris Bueller has to back away again. There's the Event Horizon. Will stun onto Rev Rift, but not enough damage. Tumble on tower. Gonna get Tumble into a headshot. That's about half his health immediately taken down. All 3 inhibitors fall for the old Razzle Dazzle, and OU Platinum find themselves in dire straits.
They fall from that headshot. Was another crit that took Tumble under tower to half health. So this Caitlyn putting out a lot of damage right now.
And that's the benefit you have of actually having range on your ADC. If you can find yourself in a position where you know exactly where Tumble under tower is, it's not going to do you much good if you're at half health before the fight starts. Ferris Bueller looking for the miracle steal, but Hadley is just standing there making sure he can't get in. Headbutt immediately after that. Flash in. Tumble under tower now getting jumped on. Ask Me About It. OU Platinum trying to kite away. There's the Tumble under tower. He goes in trying to get onto King Gilgalad, but it will be him getting healed all the way back up by the Grand Challenge as Tumble under tower falls for the 6th time this game, and the old Razzle Dazzle look for the last push. 2 super minions here, baroned up by 5 members of the old Razzle Dazzle. Tumble under tower dead. This is going to be the end.
There are 2 super minions in this wave. All 3 inhibitors are down. It is going to be baroned up. Super minions do a lot of damage to these turrets and are extremely hard to clear.
King Gilgalad just going to be using the range of Caitlyn with the rapid fire cannon to slowly chip away at these towers with the help of those super minions. Larcion is doing what he can, but he doesn't have near enough armor to contend with a 11-4 King Gilgalad.
There's another wave coming in topside, and another one crashing bot right now. 6 super minions right now in the base of OU Platinum.
Yeah, all empowering each other, all powered up by the Baron. The Nexus towers fall, and the old Razzle Dazzle will take down OU Platinum. Nicely done. A little bit back and forth for a bit there. Tumble under tower did get a very strong early lead. Chinhua landing those precision death sentences in the early stages of the fight, and unfortunately, King Gilgalad picked up a few too many kills in those team fights. Tumble under tower a little bit out of position in some of the mid-game ones, and the old Razzle Dazzle snowball it into what ended up being a 13k gold lead at the end of the day. So that is the end of Platinum Capped Week 6 and Week 6 as a whole. As a reminder, Oklahoma Good Platinum Rush and Death Cap for Cutie also played this week. Their game was not streamed because they did not provide us with the raffle files. So we will go ahead and let you know that the Oklahoma Good Platinum Rush did take the victory over Death Cap for Cutie 2-0, elevating themselves to 5-1 after 6 weeks of OKLCS. So that'll be the end of week 6. That'll be the end of the stream. Thank you all so much for watching. We of course have 1 o'clock on Sunday, Gold Capped Week 7, 6 o'clock that same night on Sunday, Diamond Capped Week 7, and then next week on Monday, at 6, Week 7 of Platinum Capped. Hope to see you there. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.